town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
What do you mean? No, no, because mom told me to keep the box there. You can play it, you can use the box, but don't throw it away. Okay, they can use the box. Okay. We are back, baby. Today we are going to be reacting to more Shounen Showdown. It's been months since I fucking reacted to any of his videos. Hey, Dashi, good job, Dashi. So it's been a while since I reacted to any of his videos. So we're gonna react to more Shounen Showdown. I got a bunch of them on my watch later playlist. Let's head to what the fuck. Let's head to it right now. So I guess we can do it like this. So hot takes of anime Twitter, that's gonna be first. Free Aaron tier list. That's gonna be one. Pick anime characters to protect you. I think that should be first. Yuji's life is easy. Pick the best anime character you lose. Where's the other one? The greatest of anime. There it is. That's gonna be last. Actually. There. This is gonna be the last one. This one. Okay. Let's start with more. Pick anime characters to protect you. The rest will kill you. Let's see.
Yo, it's Rob here from Shounen Showdown. Today I'm here with...
Good, y'all. Your boy Anime Sundays here.
We are doing pick one to protect you and the rest will try to kill you. Anime edition. Let's get right into it. Alright, so first up, we gotta pick one from each row.
Okay. Each row here. Okay. Oh, this shit's easy. Okay, so first row, I'm gonna pick Kakashi. Second row, I'm picking Natsu. Third row, I'm picking either... Ooh, Sailor Moon or Saint Seiya. It's definitely Sailor Moon or Saint Seiya. The guy from Hitman Reborn and Gojo are too weak. Sailor Moon.
To protect us, and then the rest will try to...
Ishigo.
kill us.
And then this one. Oh.
This already is looking ridiculous right now.
Oh, easy. Okay, let's see this one right now. Let's do it right now. Okay, so we have Kakashi, All Might, Zoro, Yuji. Kakashi. For second row, Itachi, Yusuke, Killua, Natsu. Third row, Sailor Moon, Seiya. I don't know his name, but he's from Hitman Reborn. Gojo. Sailor Moon. Tanjiro, Deku, Naruto, Ishigo. Luffy, Asta, Hiei, gone. Asta. Bam. Done it. Or Luffy. I think Asta though. Asta's stronger than Luffy, so Asta. Done. That's my list.
I'm seeing a lot of OP characters here.
Are they saying a rest trying to kill you like from the same row or everybody?
Everybody. So there's 5 rows here, so we're grabbing a max of 5 characters, and then everybody else
I got my list.
is fighting us.
Row 1, we got some cats on here. What are we saying about
Kakashi.
Yuji? Is this Sakuna?
Kakashi. Kakashi would smack Yuji. What the fuck? Hold on. I'll actually do it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's hold on. Let's stop. Whoops, my bad. Didn't see that. Where is it? Here. Schedule. So here, I'm gonna do my team here. Team. So, the first team was what? Let me see.
Row 1, we got some cats on here. What are we saying about Yuji? Is this Sakuna?
All right, so if we're
Okay. Here. So, let's just exit here. Okay. So my team here, Kakashi. Second row, Natsu. Third row, Sailor Moon. It's either Sailor Moon or Saint Seiya. But I'll say Sailor Moon. Saint Seiya is strong as fuck too. Ishigo. And then the last one is who again? Yeah, Asta. That's my team right there. All right, let's do this.
We're giving Itadori Sukuna. I mean, you already know who's all the way to the left, Jared. I know you see it.
It is DMS Kakashi there.
That is DMS Kakashi.
That's DMS
man.
Kakashi. That's Kakashi to Susanoo. So who's winning this one?
Pretty much. I mean, I feel like that would be the best pick.
Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh yeah, true. Hold on a second. My bad. You guys can't even fucking see it. Here. That's the team. That's the team. That's team number 1 right there.
Especially when it comes to defense, we know Kakashi's like, trained in missions of security, protection, safety. Like these are normal style missions for a Jonin, especially of his caliber. So I'd say Kakashi's probably the best pick.
Kamui's coming out in this form. He also has access to the Susanoo. You got to go with DMS Kakashi, personally. I can see where some people may say Sukuna, but I mean, that's easy.
No. You can only say Sukuna because of the hacks. But in terms of like physical, like in terms of overall ability, it's definitely fucking Kakashi. You can only say Sukuna because of his hacks. That's the only thing you can say about Sukuna. And plus, he killed Gojo, so that's the reason. That's when people you can bandwagon Sukuna. But no, it's Kakashi. That whole row is Kakashi. No diff.
I don't know if we should go all the way that route.
Yeah,
maybe we can.
I would only even choose Sukuna over.
You're not even saying Yuji. It's hold on, pause.
I don't know if we should.
It literally shows Yuji here. Why are people saying Sukuna? Unless it shows the picture of Sukuna, it's Yuji, not Sukuna. It's Yuji here. Oh my goodness, bro. I'll clearly pick Kakashi. Smack all 3 of them. Zoro. If it was not Kakashi, it's Zoro. Because Zoro is strong in All Might and Yuji. That's not Sukuna. That's you. I can't tell. This camera's too fucking. Hold on. Yeah, it's Yuji. Cause he doesn't have the fucking. That's Yuji. Not fucking Sukuna. No, I'm picking fucking Kakashi.
Go all the way that route.
Yeah,
maybe we can.
I would only even choose Sukuna over DMS Kakashi if it's manga, and since I don't read the manga, I can't accurately say who would take that W.
So why would you say that? Makes no fucking sense. Okay, if it was manga, I would choose Sukuna over Kakashi, but I haven't read the manga. So how the fuck can you say I'm picking Sukuna over Kakashi? That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I would probably go Kakashi first row for sure.
All right, so we're going with Kakashi. In the next row, we have Itachi, Yusuke, Killua, and Natsu. I think we.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna need to load the frames. Hold on a second. Let me just I'm gonna stop streaming for now. Alright. I'm back. I just sorry guys. I just had to load the stream. Okay. Seems like we were zooming, so I just had to load the frame rate. Alright. So yeah.
We know what we gotta do here.
Here's
the issue. Because Natsu and Kakashi, I say Natsu's stronger, but the issue is, can Natsu eat not Kakashi, can Natsu eat a Mataratsu? Because if he can, it's Natsu. I'm picking Natsu. If he can't, to Itachi. But I'm saying Natsu.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, listen, Mr. Fairy Tail is out here, man.
Yeah, I would say Natsu. Because, again, if Natsu can eat, like, could eat fucking fire, God fire, I'm pretty sure he can eat a Mataratsu. So I'm saying Natsu.
And I think we got to take Natsu.
Yeah.
Fire magic user that was able to burn time itself. He fought against Fairy Heart Zeref. There's some other fire users on this list that if they went up against Natsu, they're going to be struggling with that. So I definitely think we got to go with Natsu for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Natsu is definitely the best pick here.
Okay, who's a fire user? I don't know anything about Hitman Reborn, so I can't say that. Luffy, he doesn't really do much of fire. He has fire capabilities, somewhat limited, but he's not much of a fire. Tanjiro can't summon fire. Don't know much about Sailor or Saint Seiya. But Hiei, I'm pretty sure Natsu can eat up Hiei's fire. So yeah.
Here.
In the next row, we have Sailor Moon, Saint Seiya, Suna, and Gojo.
This is definitely tough. I mean, I feel like
It is literally tied between Saint Seiya or Sailor Moon. It is tied between either one of these two. Gojo is pretty much no, not Gojo. And then Hitman Reborn, Suna, whatever his name is, no. It's either Sailor Moon or Seiya.
smartest answer. Like, I feel like Sailor Moon is technically the strongest, I would say.
Yeah,
but,
she is.
You know, also Saint Seiya is up there as well. Like, he's definitely
Very,
in
very
that
powerful.
conversation.
Matter of fact, bro,
Appreciate
all
it.
you need is fucking. If I could just have Sailor Moon, bro, or Seiya, literally legit. If I can have Seiya or just Sailor Moon, claps everyone in this list. No diff.
So it's even like Suna and Gojo.
Yeah.
I don't
Pegasus
need.
Seiya
I don't
is
need. I don't need anyone else. I could just have legit have Sailor Moon, and then that's it. The only person you have trouble with is Seiya. But for legit, if I have Sailor Moon or Seiya, claps everyone else. The only person that Seiya's gonna have trouble with is Sailor Moon, or vice versa. Besides that, everyone else here is out of the ring already.
Ridiculous. I just believe the issue here is finding a counter for the Unlimited Void and finding a counter for, you know, obviously Sailor Cosmos and going into those types of conversations.
I'm sorry, Sailor Cosmos is way stronger than fucking Gojo. I am so sorry, bro. Do you think Unlimited Void or can beat Sailor Moon? You think a Gojo technique, one of Gojo's techniques, can beat Sailor Moon? You are higher than a fucking kite if you actually think that.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
and that's
think
what I was gonna allude to. That like if you're giving them some of their strongest forms, I feel like Sailor Cosmos is really an enemy you don't want to have in this.
And as much as I love Suna, Hitman Reborn fans, I'm sorry, but you got to leave Suna off here, especially after we just grabbed Natsu. I think I agree with you. I think you either have to grab Sailor Moon or Pegasus Seiya, but I think Sailor Moon is the best pick. If we're going off prime forms, you know, Sailor Cosmos is definitely elite. You do not want to leave Sailor Cosmos on the board.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next up, we got Tanjiro, Deku, Naruto, and
Ichigo. Bro, nobody can say anything else. Tanjiro's out the list. It's Ichigo.
Well, I mean, it looks like this is Teenage Naruto. I'm not
This is one-sided. It's literally choose Ichigo.
sure if this is just, you know, hollow Ichigo or what we're saying here, but I'm gonna assume that it's.
We can give him prime forms.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna assume this is like most recent Ichigo, 1,000-Year Blood. So it's really Ichigo. I feel like that's who you gotta have. I mean, I really don't need to expound on it. I don't know why people still think Naruto's stronger than Ichigo.
He's
It's
not.
never been the case in my opinion.
Yeah.
The tier list is like this. It is Ichigo, then it's Naruto, then it's Luffy. Obviously, since Naruto doesn't have Kurama anymore, it's Ichigo, Luffy, then Naruto. But if you're taking the prime forms, it's Ichigo, Naruto, Luffy. In terms of strongest to weakest for Big Three.
Yeah, Ichigo is definitely stronger than Naruto, and then the other two just get dropped off immediately. Yeah, and then in the last row, we have Luffy, Asta, Hiei, and Gon.
I'm saying it's either Luffy or Asta. I'm sorry, I'll probably choose Asta, but it's either Luffy or Asta. But I chose Asta though.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I love Yu Yu Hakusho, but I'm not thinking about Hiei personally in this scenario right now. And I love Hunter x Hunter, but I don't think Gon is in this conversation as well. I think this is really between Luffy and Asta, and it depends, I guess, on how you're trying to form your team.
Asta.
See, the issue here for me,
Asta's way stronger and way faster, and you can argue that Asta is smarter than Luffy. Obviously, in terms of general intellect, not battle intellect, that's more a Luffy thing. But Asta is way faster than Luffy. Luffy is faster than Light, yes, but Asta is hundreds of times faster than Light. So I'll choose Asta. Asta's way faster than Luffy.
is we already picked up Natsu, Jared. If we picked up Natsu, I don't know if we want to leave Asta on the board.
I'm hearing you.
From a standpoint where he could cancel out magic.
Yeah, true. Because Asta can cancel a magic, and obviously, so yeah, it's good to have Asta. And Asta is just way stronger than Luffy. He's way faster.
He has anti-magic. He's elite. But Luffy has Gear 5 as well, which is
Yeah, but then again, Gear 5... Okay, yeah. Both of them are on a time limit, but Asta is way stronger in his Devil Union form than Luffy is in his Gear 5 form. For Luffy, it's just more hacks. But Asta, not only does he have the hacks, but he has the speed. I'm sorry, I'm giving it to Asta.
kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, even so, like, if I was just going anime only, I would normally, in this case, pick Luffy, just because I feel like even without Gear 5, he's still very formidable. Asta does negate magic, you know, you would say that's a problem for Natsu. But again, I mean, Natsu is still just very powerful in almost every other regard. He's very physically strong, he's very physically fast, and then even if you negate, like, some of his magic, you could argue that Natsu has demon magic as well. So if you're arguing that E&D comes out and, you know, Asa's technique, we don't know how it necessarily negates devil magic. That we know it does work against the demons of his verse as well, but we see how much of a hard time he's had with it. So I kind of look at it like in that sense. Honestly, I feel like I would still choose Luffy here, just because, you know, I still feel like we have enough counters for Asta, at least anime only. I'm sure in the manga he's a lot stronger.
yeah, well, absolutely. But that's the thing, though. I think Natsu is going to be having his time preoccupied with Asta if we leave Asta on the board. But I do want Gear 5 Luffy. The issue with Luffy, though, for me, is the stamina aspect. And really, Luffy being in Gear 5, he does not have a long amount of time to really showcase him changing, you know, the ground and doing all that stuff.
I mean, I'm hearing what you're saying, but I feel like also, you know, even Asta's stamina isn't, at least in the anime, that superb. I mean, he was able to hold his own, but, you know, a few good attacks, like Dante really had him kind of on the brink. If Yami didn't come, it would have been clipped. And I kind of don't see at least anybody in his row making him go Gear 5. Like, I really feel like Luffy can hang with a Hiei, definitely a Gon. You know, especially if you line up the people in the different rows. Like, there should be, if there's one character taking on 3 people and you kind of accurately put people in their right branch, I feel like Luffy can still do a lot of work.
All right, you know what? Let's go with Luffy. So what we have here is we have Kakashi, we have Natsu, Sailor Moon, Ichigo, and
Legit, my choosing and their choosing are 1-to-1, but I chose Asta because Asta is stronger than Luffy. He is faster than Luffy.
You guys let us know down in the comment section below if we're surviving. Let's go on to the next one. All right, pick 3 anime characters.
All right, easy. I'm choosing here Rimuru, Sinbad. Sinbad, yeah. Bro, just give me Sinbad and this whole thing's cleared off, bro. So yeah, Jin Mori, Rimuru, Sinbad. Let's do it right now. Easy. This is easy as fuck. So, who's again? So, Jin Mori, Rimuru, easy, and obviously Sinbad. Because Sinbad can rewrite your fucking, can really write your story. he can erase your story, so you're fucked.
To protect you when the other are trying to kill you. This chart is crazy. You have Jin Mori, Naruto, Ryuk, Rimuru, Adam.
But for Jin Mori, depends on his skills, Nirvana.
Goku, Whis, Gojo, and Sinbad. So, I think first of all, Ryuk. Wait, what was it? I was gonna say get Ryuk out of here.
Okay.
Personally, I was gonna say get him out of here because a lot of these characters are just that much more powerful, that much faster than Ryu. In any instance where you're talking about, you know, him writing somebody's name down to Death Note, I think it would just, everyone here is too fast for that. Maybe Gojo would be the one person I'll probably be worried about in this scenario.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know I wouldn't. Gojo? Compared to Sinbad? You're high, bro. You're actually fucking high. If you think that you actually think that Gojo can touch Sinbad, you are fucking high as shit.
Looking at this board, I mean, I feel like it's not too hard of a choice. I mean, for me, first pick is Wiz.
Nope, I'm choosing Sinbad. Sinbad is stronger than Rice. I'm sorry. I would say that Sinbad can wipe Dragon Ball universe. No, Sinbad.
I feel
so
like
you're gonna take Whis? Yeah. Okay. I think you have to grab Whis. Absolutely.
I feel like Whis is your first pick. I mean,
no, I'm choosing Sinbad.
He's the most powerful on this list because even
no, it's Sinbad. Sinbad is the strongest one on this list. It's also Jin Mori, depending on his Nirvana, but I'm sorry, it's Sinbad. Sinbad's the strongest one in this list, not Weiss or Whis, whatever.
Goku.
So I rewatched Ruby, so when I say Whis, I say Weiss.
Ultra Instinct, most of the people in this verse have to be trained by the angel to even achieve that level. So they all kind of have it innately already.
Has
and
time
honestly,
manipulation, warp, all that.
I mean, honestly, after that, I would pick Goku.
See, here's my thing though, Chad. The Magi fans out there are going to say, hold on, we need a spot for Sinbad. And based on what I've been hearing from the manga, listen, the Magi fans have built up Sinbad to be one of the most dangerous characters. And I'm not gonna,
because he is. He can literally rewrite your whole story. He is. They're not saying it out of delusion. They're actually saying it's actually true. He can really fuck you up. This man is faster than the concept of speed and fucking space and time. He has immeasurable speed. He's like, bro, you can't stop Sinbad.
the right Sinbad off. Obviously, we got to see how powerful he was in the anime, but in the manga, he's something different. He has pretty much everything that a lot of these characters would be using.
I feel like even in this form, I mean, regardless, this form is an anime form. Even if you did choose manga, I mean, yes, you could say he may be stronger than Goku. That's not to my knowledge, but in the anime, I feel like he's not. I feel like the gap he would have to jump to be stronger than Goku has got to be like super surmountable. And I don't know how he got his power. I don't know if he did some training or he got some crazy treasure, but
but he's always been a beast with gen equips. I think it's more so he is probably the most versatile, or at least one of the most versatile characters here. When you're thinking about versatile characters, I think Whis obviously is in the conversation, so we grab him.
Yeah, but you don't forget. Remember, if you don't understand this, Sinbad can also manipulate space and time, and he can warp reality. So, and he can manipulate dimensions, and his regeneration is fucking high as shit. This man can manipulate so many things. It's unbelievable how much he can manipulate.
Rimuru is also in that conversation as well. Rimuru, especially in the light novel, has so many different abilities. It's ridiculous. Even that ability is greater than Veldanava and stuff. But when you're looking at Jim Mori, listen, man.
I mean, yeah, that's real too. I'm hearing a lot of hearsay about Jin Mori and Sinbad, and that.
What? Okay, get it.
And that all sounds good and all, but you know me, man, I still have to see it because I just feel like the way they're showing them season 1 right now, like the gap.
But that's the problem. You're just an anime only. If you actually read the webcomics and actually read the light novels and all that shit, if you read Jim Mori's webcomic, you would know that he is stronger than you think. That's the problem. You just watch the anime. That's the issue with you.
Gaps they have to jump to like be stronger than Goku and Whis. I feel like it's just gonna be a lot to do, and I feel like sometimes.
And Jin Mori did it. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back.
The community be hyping it a little bit, because once things begin animated, all of a sudden it's not what it looked like. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Yeah, cause it's the fucking beginning of the show. Of course, he's not gonna be overpowered in the beginning. Goku wasn't fucking multiversal in the beginning of the series, bro. Obviously, Jim Mori's not gonna be as strong in the show, cause that's the problem. You only watch the anime. You didn't read the webcomic. So how would you know? For Sinbad as well, you only saw the anime, and the anime did not adapt all of the manga. So you didn't see Sinbad's full strength. That's the issue. You don't have enough fucking. You didn't go further into the show or into the series to actually understand the true strength of these characters. That's the issue.
I was gonna say, me personally, I would do a Wiz, a Goku, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I would do a Rimuru. I just feel like even in the anime version, Rimuru being a demon lord, his power to protect not just people but nations, heal you. It's like he can literally just absorb you and keep you like out the way. Like you're literally in another dimension. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like, yeah, you gotta worry about Adam. He's on the same level as kind of Zeus, you know, a god in Wreck-It Ragnarok. Of course, you gotta worry about Gojo, but you know, from the manga, we know what happens to Gojo. You know, no spoilers, but
He dies. There's a spoiler.
you know what I'm saying? So it's
Okay,
like,
I agree with taking Rimuru as well. I had Rimuru on my card. Where I'm stuck is Goku, Jim Mori, or Sinbad. And like
And I'm sorry, Sinbad and Jin Mori. I'm taking them over Goku.
I said, from a hacks perspective,
Yeah, Hacks, definitely Jin Mori and Sinbad. Not only just Hacks, just strength perspective as well.
feel like Sinbad has the edge, but from a power perspective, I think Goku or Jim Mori is in a greater conversation. So now it comes to a standpoint of,
Yeah, but you don't realize that Sinbad is complex multiversal and Goku's only multiversal. So pick your choose, bro. Goku's like low multiversal. Like this is not the fucking the CC Goku or like the Dragon Ball Heroes Goku. This is legit like Ultra Instinct Goku. This is literally just canon Goku. I'm sorry.
do we need to stack more hacks? Because we already have Whis, we already have Rimuru. Do we need to keep stacking on more hacks with?
Yes, because Sinbad can manipulate space and time. He can manipulate reality. This man is so strong. It's unbelievable how much hacks he has, bro. How many abilities he has. I'm sorry.
Sinbad, or do we say, okay, let's grab more offensive power? Let's look at Jim Mori. Let's look.
Hacks can be offensive too. I don't know what you're talking about. Hacks can be offensive too.
At Ultra Instinct Goku and see if we can get something there.
I think we should go power, bro, just because I feel like even Goku's power has known to just surpass hacks. Like, it's known to be like, you may be able to stop time or delete space, or you may be able to do all these things, but my power level can just surpass that. Like,
No, that's not, bro. They got clapped by fucking Fuzamatsu. When Fuzamatsu merged himself with the universe, Goku couldn't do shit about it. He had to go to fucking Zeno for help. I'm sorry, his power does not overcome hacks. Legit, when Zamatsu really merged himself with the multiverse. No, not the multiverse, right? When he merged himself with the universe, Goku couldn't beat that. He had to cry to fucking Zeno like, yo, Zeno, erase this, please. Because he couldn't do it. He couldn't beat that. Legit, they got beaten by Fuzamatsu. Goku didn't beat Fuzamatsu. That was Trunks.
we've seen it
Bro.
over and over again. So I don't know. I feel like Goku is definitely someone. Almost in any battle, man. I feel like you always like when you have a chance to get Goku. I just feel like you should get him. You know what I mean?
All
just
right,
me, I
Goku versus Jim Mori.
I mean, again, I don't know about this, and I've heard about that, but
I've heard about it too, and it's a thing where I think Jim Mori is definitely one of the craziest characters I've seen, especially from Hack's perspective, what he's been able to do. My thing with Goku is the Hakai. Seeing Jim Mori go up against an ability like that, would he be able to do it? Possibly, because obviously the opponents he fought in his verse are ridiculous. Ah, man. You know what?
mean,
Let's go with Goku. Let's go with Goku.
Yeah, man, I gotta
Let's
go
go
with
Goku.
Goku, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's go with Goku. And you know, I'll have the God of High School fans and the Magi fans come in here and drop some more comments, because I do think
Did he pick Goku over Rimuru? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry, bro.
It's between those three for the last pick right there, and it could really go either way. And I wouldn't be mad if somebody said Sinbad too. I just think that we already have Rimuru. I don't know if we need to grab Sinbad when we already have Rimuru. We already have Whis. That's more than enough hacks. Like at this point, it's all right. Who can box? Who has the offensive power?
And you actually think Sinbad can't box? You are insane. Oh my gosh. You actually think Sinbad can't box? That is crazy to actually say. That's a crazy bar.
And that's where I think it's Goku or Jin Mori. It comes down to those two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have an Avatar: The Last Airbender chart here.
Avatar. This is different. Obviously, Aang. You have to choose Aang. That's you're fucking. Oh my gosh, just whatever. Hold on a second. Let me just exit out. Obviously, you gotta choose Aang. That's you are insane to not choose Aang, bro. So I would say Aang. Oh shit, I spelled it wrong. Aang. Ty Lee different though, cause Ty Lee can fuck up your nullification. This is actually a tough one. So I know for a fact Suki's out. Suki's definitely out. Mai's definitely out. I know you have to choose Aang. Obviously, Aang. Sokka's out. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sokka. Intelligence going to take you so far. Oh yeah, Sokka's out. No. Zuko. I also like Zuko. I love his writing, but in terms of power, I think Azula is stronger than Zuko. So, yeah, and plus she can manipulate thunder and blue fire, so I would say, yeah, Zuko's out. Katara can do blood bending, but I don't know. Because Ty Lee is impressive, but she doesn't have any bending. That's the issue. She has the nullification shit, but I don't know if she has any bending. But I would say the second, I would probably choose Azula or Toph, because Toph has better mastery of earth bending. So I would choose Toph. I'll choose Toph, and then that's the problem because Ty Lee has a lot of agility, but I know Azula has more power, so I would probably pick. And then Katara has the blood bending too, but I don't know if she can manipulate the take. I don't know if she can do it to the way so she can take away the bending. So I would say. That's a tough one. Aang, Toph. Cause I love Ty Lee is very she's very agile, but and the point pressing, but this is a tough one. I'll choose Azula. I would say to get out of trouble with Ty Lee for sure, but I'll choose Azula on this one.
Here, choose 3 to protect you, and the others will try to kill you. You know what time it is. We have Toph, Katara, Zuko. We got Aang and the Avatar. Is Avatar State? Aang is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, Aang, regardless, you know what I mean? He's still on the board.
Yeah. Sokka, Suki, Mei, Azula, and Ty Lee. Oh man. Okay. All right. So this is an interesting one because I think immediately you take Aang.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
no other. Aang is an automatic buy. That's just one. It should be choose 2 after you pick Aang and
Right,
to protect
right.
you. After you have Aang, now you got to look at Katara. For me personally, because if it's a full moon, everybody's out.
That's it. That's an if.
That's an if. We're talking about in general. I'm sorry. I think that Toph has better mastery on the earth bending than Katara has for water bending. I think Toph is better.
if, bro.
But
That's
yes,
once a month. That's once a month. You know what I mean? So,
but we can say all right. But see,
I personally would choose Toph second. I think
Me
especially
too.
for
I would choose Toph. I like Zuko, but she's not stronger than Azula. He doesn't have better mastery over lightning bending over Azula from I'm using the show. I'm using the Avatar show. So I would choose Toph over Katara. Toph has better mastery on Earth than Katara has in water. I'm choosing Toph.
defense, Toph being an earthbender, that's pretty much her specialty. Her spatial awareness, her ability to...
Toph is an Earthbender. That's her specialty, nigga. Cause she's an Earthbender. I was like saying Katara's specialty is the water bending. Yeah, cause she's a water bender. What the fuck? That's such a stupid sentence. That's a clunky sentence, dog.
Protect, metal bend. I mean, you know, I think even she learned sand bending too. It's like,
Yeah. Well, no, Toph is elite. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and she has spatial awareness. She can feel what Katara is. So, and plus she has better hearing as well. She has better hearing, better feeling, and anything. So she can hear the water coming her direction, and plus she can feel the shifting and like the footwork of Katara. So I'm sorry, Toph is winning that one. Toph is stronger.
If it's a full moon.
That's the problem. You're saying if it's a full moon. I'm sorry. That's fucking. That's if. That's a big if. Come on,
We're giving
bro.
everybody their prime forms. I think that's where we should start.
well,
because
I feel like their prime form, you're not really giving Katara her prime form because it has a drawback. You know what I mean? It's like saying Aang's in the Avatar state at all times. It's not like he's always in the Avatar state. You know what I'm saying? It has a time limit. There's things that he can, he can get caught slipping in the Avatar state. Same thing with Zuko. It's not like we're saying it's Comet Zuko once every 100 years.
But that's what I was gonna ask. If we're giving
What? So it's a full moon comet? What? Come on, bro. Because by that logic, then Azula would be way stronger. Because Azula is still stronger than Zuko. So, come on.
when they're prime forms, are we saying Azula has access to, the comet as well? And like, where are we going to cap it at? Because I think the only way we could really do this, with Aang already being in the Avatar state, it looks like, is to give Katara bloodbending.
I just assumed it was Aang. Like, I didn't assume Aang was just in Avatar state at all times.
Oh,
Like-
that's what the picture it looked like.
Because I feel like if that was the case, we
Okay.
would have saw a picture of like a big fire blast from Zuko, or like, like I see this Katara here during the bloodbending arc, but it's like,
Yeah.
this is not even.
That was her against Hama, I believe. Yeah, Katara was actually bloodbending. Yeah, in this photo. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I feel like, normally I would just do how they are. Even if you do their prime form, sure. We can get Katara, but after that, I would probably still choose Toph.
Okay.
Like if you're asking me, do I think Azula and them during the comet? Like, yeah, they're cold and all, but if we're saying we have a bloodbender and we have Avatar state, Toph is just the defense we need to hold back.
I agree with that.
Any protection, everybody else, like Ty Lee and Sokka and all them, like they're not, the Avatar. Aang's wiping them. Aang's really wiping the four of them.
Right.
All you really have to worry about is Zuko and Azula. And honestly, I feel like, if Katara's full moon, that's
Right.
easy.
Yeah, Aang, Toph, and Katara probably.
But
are
now
the
I
best
will
here.
say, if it wasn't a full moon, then I probably might not choose Katara. I may choose like an Azula.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's only if it's a full moon. That's not really fair. You just say, oh, if it's a full moon all the time. No. In general, I'd rather have Toph over Katara, because I don't know if Katara can bloodbend without the full moon.
Or a Zuko. You know, not a Zuko, probably an Azula. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause we've
well,
seen time-
some people may say, well, Katara was already proven to outsmart Azula.
I guess it depends what you say, because if you say Azula when her mind's not right, I guess that's one thing. But then, also, I feel like Katara, we never really...
Yeah, but they had to fucking double team Azula. That's funny. They had to double team Zuko and Katara to work together to beat Azula. And Azula was crazed, was really crazed. She couldn't even think straight. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know about this.
I think Katara even handle like Ty Lee in certain situations. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, but Ty Lee is a problem.
she can stop your bending, very acrobatic. That's why I'm like, if it's not a full moon, I don't know if I would necessarily just choose Katara. Like, I probably would choose an Azula or like a Ty Lee or something. You know what I mean? As my third pick with Toph. But I don't know, man. It depends however you want to go about it with the condition.
Right. Yeah, I think you got to go with Aang, Katara, and Toph. I agree. All right, so you guys let us know down in the comment section below.
All right. It was okay, vid. This guy was stupid. It's like, oh, in the anime, no, I'm sorry. Goku's not as strong as you think. Goku is strong, but he's not as strong as you think, bro. All right, let's do this one. Anime Twitter. As a guy who's been on anime, who's been on anime, and who has a Twitter, I can safely assume that yes, I know.
Yo, it's Rob here from.
Yeah. So again, sorry. As a person that's been lingering around Twitter, anime Twitter, I think I could right to say that there were gonna be some hot takes today.
Shounen Showdown, and today we're switching it up, y'all. Normally we do hot takes of anime TikTok, but I can tell y'all right now, anime Twitter is a whole new world. If you guys want to send me some anime tweets,
Yeah, it's a whole new toxic world, bro. That's a negative connotation.
Twitter is at Shonen_Showdown.
Don't care.
From Justin saying,
My Hero Academia made anime mainstream, and I refuse to let y'all revise history like it didn't. Crunchyroll owes MHA everything. Readers added context so the people might know. Anime is on American TV since the 60s and very popular in the 90s with titles like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. I'm sorry. I would argue and say Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon made it mainstream. I'm sorry. No, MHA. No, that is not even true, bro. If you say recently, you could argue that, but made anime. No, I'm sorry. MHA didn't do that, dude. I'm sorry.
My Hero Academia made anime mainstream, and I refuse to let y'all revise history like it didn't. Crunchyroll owes My Hero Academia everything. All right, so there's a lot to unpack here. I've seen a lot of people going crazy over this.
You can argue and say recently, yeah, but I would say I think Dragon Ball did it better. I think Dragon Ball did it.
This tweet, but we do have to acknowledge what My Hero Academia has done, especially for new gen anime fans. We cannot lie, My Hero Academia was one of the biggest gateway anime for new gen anime fans, 100%. But the tweet didn't specify whether this is new gen or old gen, or we don't know, because you're saying that My Hero made anime mainstream.
That doesn't mean it's good. Sure, even if My Hero Academia did do that, My Hero Academia is still shit. My Hero Academia is still pretty garbage, bro. Like even if you say even if My Hero Academia did that shit, it is still it doesn't change the fact that My Hero Academia is still bad. It's a still pretty bad series. Like it fell off. And it all started from Overhaul. I'm sorry, bro. Like I do not like Overhaul as a villain. And I think it started to fall off from there.
Is a very, very crazy thing. And the only reason why I can say that is because Demon Slayer exists. Demon Slayer's outbreak was the craziest I have ever seen personally. You could talk about how popular DBZ has been. You could talk about Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach.
Yes, again, if you're talking about recently, then you can argue for My Hero Academia, but for like anime in general, I have to say Dragon Ball. If you say anime, like if you say that My Academia made anime mainstream recently, you can argue and say yeah, sure, that or Demon Slayer, but like just anime in general, I'll probably say Dragon Ball, dog. Sorry.
Being the big three and their popularity in the early 2000s and still continuing on to this day. We get all of that.
Well, One Piece is Bleach is done, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Naruto has Boruto, and then One Piece is still going, so.
But at the end of the day, anime wasn't fully socially accepted until around the new gen era. And we do have to admit, even though My Hero Academia was one of the biggest gateway anime for the new gen anime fan, Demon Slayer took it to a whole other level. Let's be serious. It was to the point where people were tweeting about that season 1 episode 19
that one clip of episode 19. Then it's so funny. Then they fucking show clips for Mugen Train and entering district arc. What about season 3? Why is nobody fucking clapping and having their hands up for season 3? What happened to season 3? Did I just fall off completely as well? Come on.
Took Demon Slayer to the highest peak, breaking out manga sale records that are passing One Piece, dropping movies.
Yeah, and then it fell off. It passed One Piece, yeah, for like a year. Then it fell off. Come on, bro.
In theaters, dropping episodes in theaters. I mean, Demon Slayer really did change the game, and that anime for new gen anime fans,
I would argue it changed the game for worse, because now for people that watch anime, you don't have to care about the story. You can just say, well, animation is the most important thing. I would say Demon Slayer. Yeah, you can argue that Demon Slayer changed anime, but I think it changed anime for the worst, honestly.
I believe Demon Slayer broke My Hero Academia's record. So I don't know if I could fully agree with this tweet, because making anime mainstream is very subjective. If we discuss the old gen, we could say DBZ. Everybody knows what Kamehameha is. Everyone knows what Goku is. So is that the mainstream standard? We have to discuss what is making anime mainstream essentially in the beginning. But I think we do have to give Justin some credit here, because My Hero Academia was huge for new gen anime fans. It just got surpassed by Demon Slayer. That's really what happened to My Hero Academia. It was hot.
Yeah, and it fell off. This series legit fell off. I'm sorry. Like, in terms of quality, it fell off. And you can read the manga. It fell off, man. My Hero fell off real quick.
And
Not
everyone
even
loved it,
joking.
but then Demon Slayer came along and reminded everybody that there's still competitors in this business. We have a tweet here from Chidori Uchiha showing us Kaguya and Imu. For Kaguya, it says, lame. Secret villain revealed out of nowhere late in the story. That is what a lot of the Naruto fans were saying about Kaguya. But on a different side of the same coin, we have Imu for One Piece saying, amazing reveal. Secret villain revealed out of nowhere late in the story. I think this tweet really makes no sense at all.
No, Emu was actually built up throughout the entire post-time skip. He was, I don't know if, again, we don't know if Emu was a boy or a girl, but they were mentioned a lot of times throughout the series, especially in the post-time skip. A lot in the post-time skip, actually, that person introduced. So that's not even true. Kaguya legit came out of nowhere. You cannot argue that Kaguya coming out of nowhere is an amazing reveal. You cannot argue that. Kaguya legit came out of nowhere. Emu, it was built up and mentioned all that shit. So you cannot even say that. That's a lie.
Because even though Kaguya and Imu's reveals were not predicted by either fandom, we have to understand
I don't care if it's predicted or not.
Kaguya being brought into the story at the end took away from Madara's greatness. That is really why the Naruto fans were upset, because Madara was hyped up as being a mastermind behind.
Yes, and we saw Madara being a legitimate threat, clapping everybody, only to get fucked by Zetsu and then Kaguya. I'm the real villain. What the fuck? When the fuck this happened? It came out of nowhere. That's the problem. It came out legit nowhere. Then all of a sudden we have these moon people and all that shit. And then the fucking deal turns out the Hyugas are actually the descendants of the moon people. Like what? They flesh it out more in Boruto about the moon and all that shit. But back in Shippuden, there was barely anything there. Kaguya legit came out of nowhere.
You're talking about hyping up Obito to attack the Hidden Leaf Village. The formation of...
Yeah, that's the issue. You built up and set up all these other villains, only to be the final villain to be some moon bitch that comes out of nowhere. That's the issue.
The Akatsuki, taking down all the Jinchuriki. All of this was thought to be Madara's idea, until you find out that Black Zetsu and Kaguya were really behind pulling the strings. So from a Naruto fan's perspective, you're hyped up to see Madara be the final villain, and then all of a sudden...
Yes, because Madara was hyped up. Madara was literally set up and mentioned, and Madara's this big threat. He fought the first Hokage and all that shit like that. He was set up since the original. Since not the beginning, but since the original Naruto. He's been built up for that, only to get bitched by this moon bitch that comes out of nowhere and Zetsu. That's the issue. That's bad writing.
Is stripped away from you at the final battle. That is not what Oda did with Im. Did anyone have any idea that Imu was going to be in the story? No. But there was so much left to be discovered in the villains of One Piece anyway. We still did not get the full impact of the Gorosei that we do now. The God's Knights have been introduced into the story, and Imu does not take away from any of the other villains' greatness. People still want to...
At least, there's not, because Imu's a whole other threat in itself. Emu is a whole other threat in themselves. So yeah, Emu doesn't take away from anything.
See Blackbeard rise to the top and be one of the final villains in the story. People still want to see Akainu get down with either Sabo or Luffy. I mean, there is so much left that we still have to discover. So Emu was actually brought in at a great point within One Piece, which is why his...
Yeah, like, I think he was introduced, or he or she was introduced near, they were mentioned throughout the post-time skip, but I think they were more talked about as this later on in the series. And yeah, they don't really impact much of like any other characters. Like, what does Crocodile have to do with fucking Emu? What does Ikaina do with Emu? What does Blackbeard do with Emu? Emu knows who they are, but besides that, Emu never talked to them, from what we know.
revelation did not get as much hate as Kaguya. Kaguya stripped away from the other antagonists in Naruto, but in the case of One Piece, Imu's revelation actually added to the story. So for me personally, I don't think we can equate the two. So we have a tweet here from Ella showing us a poll saying that JJK is majorly popular among people whose first anime is JJK or haven't watched the big three yet. Looks like most people disagree, and I too am a part of that camp. Yes, Jujutsu Kaisen has risen to an incredible height. We do know that.
I'm sorry. I think JJK is just average to me. I don't really think of anything higher than JJK at all. Gojo's cool, whatever, but besides that, I got through like the Gojo's backstory arc, whatever. But the Shibuya incident, I just can't get through it, bro. That's how I feel about JJK. Obviously, I do know what happens in the manga, Gojo and Megumin and fucking Sukuna and all that shit. I know all that shit, and Yuta and what he did. I know all that shit. I just can't bother to read it and or watch it myself. I'm just not that interested in JJK. I think JJK is just average.
That it has been crowned as the most popular anime ever. I do have some questions about that, but I will give it its flowers for now. I don't know if it really has reached the heights that Dragon Ball Z has reached, or even Pokemon, or
yeah, but it's talking about popularity, almost impact, not impact.
Even Naruto, but it
obviously JJK doesn't even scratch any of those impacts at all.
Is definitely number one right now. You can say that 100%. But I don't think that's because JJK is a gateway anime. I've never seen Jujutsu Kaisen as a gateway anime. Most people that have seen JJK have already been anime fans for the longest time. And a lot of people that saw Jujutsu Kaisen for the first time were making comparisons to older anime that they've already seen. Team 7 from Naruto, or even Ichigo Squad in Bleach. A lot of people were drawing those comparisons between the two shows.
Yes, because they're in a group of teenagers. Obviously, they're going to compare. It's a group of teenagers. It makes sense why they'll compare the Naruto and JJK. It's a group of teenagers, 3 teenagers, one master like that Gojo and Kakashi. Yeah, in that team you have 1 girl, 2 boys, and 1 master. Bam. Obviously, people are gonna compare. Legit.
Joe and Kakashi have always been compared. We have a tweet here from Surgeon of Depth. Make sure you guys follow him, saying Egghead has the potential to surpass this arc. Obviously in the video you guys
oh, this is Enies Lobby. Enies Lobby is fucking fire. I don't know, man. I don't know if it can surpass Enies Lobby, because Enies Lobby was mad fire.
To see, this is the Enies Lobby arc. But even then, thinking that or any
that was a badass moment. Luffy declared war on the world government, bro. That was such a badass moment. Soge King, shoot that shit. Fuck, man. We're gonna go get the government to save you, Robin. Yo, I'm sorry. One Piece is fire, bro. I don't understand how people hate One Piece, bro. Give him the yo, that was so badass. Standing on the building, all of them have their arms crossed and shit. Soken King shoots the yo, I'm sorry, bro. That was a badass moment, bro.
Any other arc surpassing it seems unlikely. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Enies Lobby is one of the greatest arcs in One Piece.
Alright, we're back.
Every One Piece fan can at least admit that. But Egghead arc is already an S tier arc, and it's not even over. Everything that has been happening in Egghead, the revelations, the hype, the power, the action, the scenes, the emotional moments, I mean everything from Kuma's backstory to Luffy boxing with the Gorosei. I mean, you can't compete with Egghead really right now unless you're talking about heavy hitters like Marineford and Enies Lobby. Now, for me, Enies Lobby is actually behind Marineford for me. I think Marineford is my GOAT arc, but when it's all said and done, once Egghead is finished, Egghead might be over Marineford. Egghead really might be in that type of conversation, because even though I love Marineford, I love how Whitebeard name dropped the series, I love how Ace's death really impacted
Or
Luffy.
you mean the fact that he literally this man took like hundreds of bullets, tens of cannons, and then 2 Iconu fists to the chest, and he's still whooping ass. Yo,
Jinbei and all these people. I love everything that happened with the Marineford War, even the build up to it. I'm telling you guys right now, when Kuma's backstory gets animated, that's gonna be one of the greatest consecutive episodes that we've seen in One Piece, as far as emotional moments go. And when Luffy starts boxing,
oh yeah, Kuma's backstory is sad. Capital S,
with
sad.
the Gorosei. Even when all the Gorosei are in the room together and they all transform at the same time. Guys, I'm telling y'all, this arc honestly might be the greatest arc in One Piece thus far. And I love Enies Lobby. Enies Lobby is an S tier arc for me. And Egghead, it's already S tier without even being done. So what does that tell you? Next, we have a tweet here from Sakazuki is top 1 saying,
No, I can only say he beats Luffy. I don't know anything about. I can't say anything about Shanks, because Shanks is. We all know Shanks is strong. We know that Shanks is very strong, but we haven't seen enough of Shanks yet, so I can't really say much of him. I don't think he can beat Blackbeard. I think he could beat Luffy. Even with Luffy, it's kind of hard, because if Luffy goes Gear 5, it's over. So yeah, I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say Kuzan is strong in all 3 of them. I wouldn't even say he's stronger than Luffy. And Luffy's the weakest out of the 3 of them. So I can't even say that.
maturing is both acknowledging and accepting Kuzan is stronger than Luffy, Shanks, and Blackbeard. Then I'll stay a kid forever. This is ridiculous. This is blasphemy of the highest grade. I get you're an Admiral fan though, so obviously, you know, shout out to you. There's a lot of Admiral fans out there in the One Piece community.
Of course, Kizaru is amazing. He's always amazing, bro.
And I already know what this is. So we already know, because you believe Akainu is top 1 and he was boxing Kuzan for around 10 days, that Kuzan has to be number 2. I mean, not...
Well, no, because Kuzan got more damage than Akainu. Akainu only got a scar. Kuzan lost an arm and a leg.
Only do I not have Akainu in my top 1. To be honest with you, it may be a struggle.
Oh my gosh, can you stop? Go. I don't want to hear you. No, like, actually out of my room completely. Go. Put the cars in the living room, please. But sneak them in somehow. Put them in your pocket or something, man. Don't put them in here. Next you know, you get last time you left them in here. Stop that.
To get Kuzan in the top 10 based on what's going on with the God's Knights dropping out here, and you have the Gorosei going crazy. The Admiral fans, to me, have been saying for the longest that Kizaru was one of the top admirals, that Kizaru is possibly even stronger than Kuzan. There was Admiral fans that were making a case that Kizaru was stronger than Akainu at one point in time.
I say Akainu is the strongest one. You can say, oh, Kuzan's strong too, but you have to realize who came out that battle, who came out the worst out that battle, and I will say Kuzan. Because Akainu only got a scar. He only got a bad scar. Kuzan lost an arm and a leg. So, who really came out, like, mostly unscathed? It was Akainu. So, I can say Akainu is stronger than Kuzan. Not by much, obviously, but definitely, I would say Akainu is stronger than Kuzan. By literally what happened in the battle.
Look what's going on in Egghead. Luffy is boxing with the Gorosei, hitting Kizaru with the White Star gun. I mean, I know people want to say, well, Kizaru's not going all out because, you know, he has emotional attachments to Vegapunk and everybody that's there. Let's get real. He has the Gorosei watching over him, making sure that he tries to some extent. If Kizaru was showing any signs of being a traitor, they would be boxing him as well. So I can't say Kizaru was holding back this entire time. I feel like that would be disingenuous. But if Kizaru is any approximation of what a full-powered Kuzan would look like, Admiral fans, it's time, man. It's time you guys hang up your Admiral jerseys. It's over with. Start buying those God's Knights, those Holy Knights, and those Gorosei stocks, man, before they run out. I'm telling you, start buying those now.
Oh my gosh.
Because if we're being serious now, the Blackbeard Pirates had to jump.
Oh my goodness. Hold on a second.
Old Garp outside of his prime. Even though Aokiji was there boxing with him, they still had to gang up on him. Listen, y'all better take Shank's name out there. Y'all just saw Green Bull looking like a track star. He was running. So we're not doing that. Next, we have a tweet here from Hisoka CEO saying, if we're not being biased, who did it better? Goku Ultra Instinct or Luffy Gear 5?
Goku. I'm sorry, Goku. How much of a One Piece fan I am, I have to say Goku.
A fan of both series, I think my best answer
Goku.
for this would be Goku's was more iconic, but Gear 5 Luffy was more unique of an idea. Gear 5 Luffy did break the internet. However, the first episode of Gear 5 did not do what they needed it to do. It wasn't until some later episodes of Gear 5, like Gomu Gomu no Kaminari, where we started to say, okay, now Gear 5 is looking serious. But the idea, the uniqueness of the transformation was unprecedented. When you're looking at Goku's Ultra Instinct transformation, it was one of the biggest anime moments of all time. That broke the internet as well, but it broke the internet at a much higher tier. Anime fans from all around the world were trying to tune into Goku Ultra Instinct, but I will say that I believe that Toei handled the Ultra Instinct transformation better than they handled the Gear 5 Luffy. They gave Dragon Ball Super a 1-hour episode special, and then when Luffy's Gear 5 dropped, they were doing repeated frames. They didn't show it the same love. So I will say that on the first day of release, Goku's Ultra Instinct, it released better than Gear 5 Luffy. But if you want to talk about comparing the transformations and which one is cooler and which one is more unique, you have to go with Gear 5 Luffy. You have to go with the Sun God Nika Luffy. That ability literally started making people talk about Luffy in conversations of Toon Force because of how unique and how wild and wacky the idea is. And it still really fits the story of One Piece. So it's tough to say which one actually did it better because they both did it better.
Yeah, I know, like, the guy's not being specific here. What do you mean by who did it better? Is it, you mean impact? Do you mean how the writing is? What? That's the issue. The issues here is that you're not being specific. We talking about who did it better. What do you mean? By popularity, by impact, by what broke the internet, by writing? That's the problem. We haven't really described which one's better. That's the issue. Be more specific.
In different aspects. Next, we have a tweet here from King of Lightning saying 1100 was amazing and it deserves this high rating, but the best One Piece episode is still 1015. And as you guys can see the image here, this is when Luffy first pulled up on the roof and had Big Mom and Kaido, and I think this is when Luffy dropped the red rock as well. I 1000% agree with this. Listen, we already know what it is. If Megumi Ishitani is in the building, I don't care about anything else that's going on with One Piece. I need her in the building directing those episodes, because when she's there, she's killing it every single time. And that's why, even though we do love this recent episode 1100, we love the Rob Lucci versus Gear 5 Luffy, the action looks crazy, it looks great. 1015 had so much more of an emotional pull building up to the actionable moments as well. It is that hype. 1015 is probably one of Ishitani's greatest works, if we're gonna be honest, and that was the episode that really started Roof Piece. So I definitely have to agree with Cole here. Next, we have a tweet here from Red Lightning 420 saying, Deku, you have 1 minute to solo the JJK first.
He can't out. No, he wouldn't win because Gojo and Sukuna. No, because I highly doubt that can get past infinity. So no, that's not true.
Nah,
that's not
man. Yo, that image of Gojo is crazy, y'all. Y'all are disrespectful, man. First of all, Deku soloing the JJK verse has to be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Because
It's
we
not
already
true.
know enough domain
Because
expansions.
you already know he's not true. You can even, okay, I think Toji can whoop his ass. Toji can whoop Deku's ass. Gojo can whoop Deku's ass. Sukuna can whoop Deku's ass. Kenjaku could probably whoop Deku's ass. I'm sorry, bro. That's the issue. No, that's not true.
Gonna be popping out. Sukuna's gonna be popping out at some point. I mean, soloing the verse. A lot of people don't understand what soloing the verse truly mean. They think, oh,
Yes,
because
beating every character in that universe. Yes, I know what the fucking solo the verse means. I've been hearing that for like how long now? No, Deku cannot beat Sukuna. Deku cannot beat Toji. Deku cannot beat Gojo. That's not true.
my character scale is a little higher than yours, and now all of a sudden I can pack up everybody in the verse. Like, no, you're fighting everybody all at once. You have to be seriously powerful to do that. Not saying Deku isn't powerful, but I can't see him soloing JJK, man. That's crazy. And next up, we have a classic Naruto versus Luffy toxic debate that will never end. First, we have Nason-sama 7 saying this is exactly how Naruto versus Luffy would go. Oh my god. Oh, not the yo, they put the Rob Lucci edit on.
Here's the issue. I think now Luffy can beat Naruto because Naruto does not have Kurama. Naruto doesn't have Kurama anymore, and Kurama was a big factor into Naruto's abilities because Naruto has like such a big pool. Naruto has two pools. He had two pools of chakra, but he had his Uzumaki one. Right, he has his natural one, which is obviously naturally big because he's Uzumaki, and not only that, you have to double that because he has the nine-tailed fox. Now, since he doesn't have Kurama anymore, now you can arguably say that Luffy can beat Naruto now. But when Naruto had the Sage of Six Paths, that's not true. I wouldn't say that.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh man, that's so disrespectful. Then we have the response from the Naruto fans, Zentrix here, saying this is how Naruto versus Luffy would actually go. Oh, damn. Yo, y'all got it. Yo, see, look, y'all Naruto fans, I can't with y'all. First of all, man. Nah, listen, both sides are toxic. Both sides are toxic. This is hilarious. But can y'all at least give Luffy Gear 5 first? Y'all put Naruto in barrier mode and you had Luffy sitting in base. Like, come on, man. Let's at least give Luffy the Gear 5. And even on the One Piece fan side, if we're gonna give Luffy Gear 5, let's also give Naruto barrier mode as well. But you guys let me know down in the comment section below which tweets you agree with, man. Obviously.
Okay. Shift N. Next one. Fierin, right? Is it the Fierin one? Yep, Fierin! Yes, sir.
Yo, it's Rob here from Shounen Showdown. Today, I'm joined with Kumar and Parry, and we will be ranking the best characters in Free Rent. Now, guys, if you have not seen Free Rent, click off the video, go watch.
Well, I've watched Fierin. I watched all of season 1. It's amazing, and I highly recommend you guys watch it. Such an amazing. I'm actually gonna read the manga. It's so amazing. I'm not waiting for season 2. I'm reading the manga. See, it's amazing.
And then come back to the video because there will be heavy spoilers. Let's get right into it.
So for this tier list, we are going to be judging them as characters. So
yes, writing, personality, dynamics, whatever. Obviously, we obviously know how it's going to factor into the tier list.
Ability, of course, we're going to take into account their power. This wouldn't be a Shounen Showdown show without that.
Maybe you can actually just see them as a character and actually as the writing instead of seeing them how powerful they are. No, just no. I don't care about the power level. I don't care how strong a character is. One of my favorite anime is a slice of life, and they're regular people.
As well as their motives and their plotline. So we take all of that into account, and a lot of them it's still hidden. So we're gonna try to go with what we.
Yes, because you're only going off season 1. How about you go off how about you catch up with the manga and find out?
Intuitively believe they're going with that character if they feel like,
because if you're adding on spoilers, man, just say heavy anime and manga spoilers. Just do that. But obviously, Shounen Showdown, they want to cater to as big as an audience as possible. They're only gonna do anime.
we feel like they're building them up, then we might value them higher or lower.
All right, let's get right into the tier list. First up, we have Aura. Now,
Aura's a pretty cool. I like Aura. Aura's a pretty cool character. I'll give Aura like a B, though. I don't really know much about Aura. I just know that she's a big threat, but she gets clapped by Fearon. So, I'll give Aura like a B.
Is probably one of the better villains, but we do know that Aura met her match with Frieren. Nobody in the show wants to box with Frieren. How you guys feeling?
I like how.
I mean, what about Siri? Siri can box Fearon, because Siri is stronger than Fearon. So that's not true. Try again.
Built her up in the little arc, the demon, like the village
Let's
demon
just
arc.
talk about the demons first.
Okay.
Just because something that's special about how Frieren wrote these demons is the way that they have absolutely no empathy or sympathy. They're the equivalent of psychopaths.
Or sociopaths. Right?
Just like ordinary typical demons. That's how most demons are usually depicted, as just psychopathic, destructive monsters. You've been that's it, you know, bro. You've been not watching that. You've been too much on the Demon Slayer, bro.
They have no like. It's not like they're psychotic. They're just like kill all humans. Like we don't care about humans. You know, like we're the higher physical beings. You know, like you guys are below us.
See, but that's the thing is like compared to other demon stories where they show demons and they show the ability, they show the power, they show how they are criticizing and they hate on anyone beneath them. These characters do all that as demons, but the extra level is that they literally can't empathize. So they will act as humans do to gain human sympathy because it is advantageous to them, but they don't truly understand why they are acting in that behavior other than to creep into human lines.
Or maybe they just manipulating them so that way they can take them out. They just use another strategy to kill more humans. What are you talking about? You haven't figured it out. They don't. They just don't care. They'll manipulate people. They just don't care. They take on the human form and then kill them. They do not care.
And you want to have sympathy because they look human, they act human, but they clearly show that they don't give any F's.
Yes, just like just like stereotypical demons. How stereotypical demons are usually depicted in old literature as like non-empathetic people, or not people but things. That's how usually demons are depicted. You're not saying anything new here.
Any human, because they're there to eat them.
What's interesting about that is that the demons
Not eat them, but they basically want to take over, because they think they're the superior race. They don't really want to eat them. They just want to take over.
at mana.
How come you watch the anime and say that demons want to eat? No, they don't care. They don't want to eat them. They just want to take over the lands and shit. They just want to take over. That's all. They want to become the superior species or the majority species or whatever. They're not there to eat them. How you watch the anime and not know that, bro?
The way
Makes no
humans
sense.
valued,
Yes.
wealth or status. Like their mana was really what
The hierarchy
they
and, like,
cared
social
about.
standing, yeah.
Which is interesting. That plays into Aura's character because her technique is really you have lower
You're
mana
done.
than me.
Yeah, you're
you're
done.
getting stomped on. That's it. You become one of my slaves. Too bad she ran into Frieren, so she's a calm seasoned.
Yeah, especially when Aura said when Fury said KYS, that was amazing.
Let's put
I
her.
mean, I like
put
how
her-
I'll
they
give
built
Aura
her
B.
up to be like this big baddie, but like you said, Frieren was not a thing. She would pretty much be like, running the show, right?
Well, that's the thing to consider too. Is like if she had Freeren's time, the amount of time, she might even have more power than Frieren.
True.
We should probably put her in A tier then.
I agree. Let's start with that.
I agree with that, yeah.
And also how she
Right.
went out, like you were
Aura's
saying
A
earlier,
tier.
was so cold and it was so beautiful how cold it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that kind of
Yeah.
adds to her character, I think, just because it takes someone who has that development to get killed in that manner.
She got humbled bad.
That was so worth it. Ugh.
Next up, we have Blade.
So Blair was one of the
Blade was nothing to me. I'll give him like a D. He was nothing to me. Yeah, he's a self-sacrificing dude, but what do you get besides that?
mages in the second or third magic first class mage trials. I think he gets clapped off screen, but we didn't really get a lot
Yeah, he never showed up
of
at
him.
the
No,
end.
I mean, yeah, he never made it out of the tomb.
Damn.
So I'm assuming because he
Yeah.
gave.
Yeah, he was protecting Dunst from sense.
We didn't see like when they're having their cute promenade around the village. Like we
He
never
wasn't.
saw
Yeah,
him.
we never saw him.
again,
He was
so
only in the tomb.
Tell them that this doesn't
He was
work
moving-
either, because
Yeah.
like they were partnered with Adele, I believe.
I give him D tier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he was.
he
You know,
he was
can't
he,
be past C for me.
he was nothing.
Now this one is a personal favorite. Dankin.
I like Denkin. His motivation to become a mage, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he Imperial mage and stuff like that. His backstory makes his backstory is pretty good. You know, he's basically like a strategist. All he knows is strategy and logic and stuff like that. And you know, yeah, I think I like Denkin. I think Denkin's a good character. I'll give Denkin like a B or an A. But yeah, we know pretty much a lot about Denkin in the first season. So I would say yeah, I'll give Denkin an A. I like Denkin.
Is such a fire character, okay? Because even his dynamic with his group, right? He's kind of looked at as the grandpa of the group. Some people view him as being grumpy, but I don't think he's any of those things. I think he's somebody
No,
that
he's just a guy who takes things seriously. That's all. He's a guy who takes. Don't forget he's a military mage. So he just takes things. He takes things very seriously. So and he's very logical because again he's a military guy. So he's a strategist. So I wouldn't say he's grumpy. He doesn't put feelings over logic. That's just how he is.
clearly has seen enough and experienced enough to understand what it takes to not only win but to even show respect.
And plus his backstory with like his about like his passing his wife and stuff. And that's basically the reason why he became. That's the reason why he really tried hard to become a first class mage, was to go back and basically, you know, tell his his wife that passed away, like, yo, I finally became a first class mage. So
What
yeah, I
really
like
love about
Denkin.
him is even though he felt he was very, very powerful, he knew that when it comes to Freerin, you can't box with her.
And that's the reason why.
Yes, because again, he's a strategist. He knows when it's a losing battle. That's the thing with Denkin. Denkin's incredibly smart.
That's the reason why Siri passed him in the last trial when she was gauging if, like, she was basically, you pass, you
Yeah,
fail.
because even Denkin's like, as soon as he pulled up in the room and sees, like, yeah, I can't beat you. She's like, yo, did you actually thought of a way of trying to fight me? He's like, yeah, but I was gone as soon as I stepped in, because you know you can't beat her.
Just
Simple
by
as that.
Looking at them and sensing them, she knew that even
He's
though
not. Denkin's not arrogant. That's what makes him good too. He's not arrogant. He knows when it's a losing battle.
he's a lot older than the rest of the test takers, she could tell he still has that fire in him, like to want to get better, to want to be
Yes.
the best he can be, even though he's old, and
Right.
he still wants to, like, you know, show out and fight when it comes to having the good fights.
Past the northern border, you have to be a first class
Yeah.
mage. And the
You have to be
city
first
that
class,
the grave is, the grave is in.
Oh,
Past the
so he
border.
couldn't even see her
He
until
couldn't
then.
see her, so
Yeah,
That's why he
that
went
that
to
was the
get the
thing.
ring.
He had to become a first class
crazy.
mage just so he can even get
The
to
Great
it.
Garden.
Right. You gotta throw
Easy
Duncan
S,
in S tier,
easy,
100%.
easy S.
Next up we have Berg.
That's the guy that just got diced.
Yeah.
Nope, he's an F tier. I have no idea who Berg is. He just got butchered by Ubel, and that was it. he's got killed by Ubel. That's all
He got
it.
decapitated. He got
Cut in half.
bisected by Ubo. Put that guy in F, bro. No, wait.
You got-
He was a proctor.
What? Wait,
He was a proctor, and no one could.
Yes, and then his cloak was very powerful, and then Ubel found a way to cut it. You know, she got through the thread and split him in half.
pass his test until Ubo. So that
He
speaks
was-
more on Ubo as
He
a
had
character.
super impenetrable defense.
Yeah.
State
Yes,
of the art.
but I think his purpose as a character was just to make Ubel a much more threatening person as a mage. That's it. I think that's the only person my Ferg really just exists. He's just a body to show how threatening Ubel is.
Impenetrable defense. So like he's not F. It's just that he had a terrible.
He's F. Yeah, well, whatever. He's strong. Who cares? I don't care about the strength of the character. I care about how good that character is. He's an F. I'm sorry. I don't care if he's an E or a D, whatever, because he's strong. I don't care if he's strong. You could be a weak character, but still be a good character. Usopp, weak as hell, but he's such a good character. No, I don't care about the strength of your character. He's an F. He's nothing. He's literally nothing.
matchup.
Yo, to me, he's F. Even though Ubo is very, very powerful, I mean, I would at least expect the highest defensive mage, quote unquote, in the series to at least be like, oh, you cut me, like, ouch, okay, you're really nice, I'll pass you.
Nah,
Like,
you got
he didn't
killed.
make it out.
Yeah, but Ubo, don't forget, Ubo also has the technique as well. Because again, she knows about sewing and shit. So she went through the sewing and cut him. Cause when you sew stuff, it still has little bitty holes in there. So she went through there and cut him, and killed him. Bam. Berg is
Kinda
nothing.
right.
Yo, what?
Bro, I said Ferg. His name is Berg, but I called him Ferg. That's how you know he's not. That's how you know he's nothing. They said his name multiple times in this video. I called him Ferg. He is nothing. He's an F. He is a nothing character.
So
Get
cocky
Berg.
to frame the test that way, because otherwise he could have been like, this is a dummy that I put a bunch of protection on, try to break through that.
Yeah, oh, that's his fault. But then he's an idiot because he let himself die.
Instead, he put himself in line because he was that confident. And if you're gonna be that confident in defense, like you said, you gotta back it up. And
Next up, Dunst.
he played a cute.
I mean, he did back it up. It's just like Ubo is better. Ubo used technique. Ubo is
Oh.
He played
better.
a key role,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
even though he did not,
I'll give Dunce like a C. Yeah, he did play like a big role because he did help out the Fear and the other people. But besides that, he's pretty much nothing. So I'll give him a C. That's all. If we're talking about how he pointed, is he? Yeah, sure. He told about about the hair girl and all that stuff. But besides that, he's just a C, dude.
kind of give him kind of where the other guy is.
yeah, his
He's
his
nothing.
teammate.
Yo, you give
What was
Dunst
his
D tier?
ability?
We didn't really
I-
see his magic because he got injured. So
He was.
Yeah, but then he got healed, and even when he got healed, he didn't see anything. Well, not anything, but barely anything. So again, he's like a C tier.
Yeah, he did get injured and he was running.
But he was healed.
Then,
Siri
yeah,
did
Blaze
fail him,
sacrificed
though, right?
himself.
Siri failed him. He made it
I
past
believe
the
so.
second
I
test.
believe
He wasn't
so.
one of the ones that passed. But
Yeah.
no, what? I almost want to move him to E tier though, because like the reason he passed the first test is because the person on their team could control minds. He's probably a good mage, but he got lucky with his teammates. Like unique ability.
E tier, we drop. Oh man, all right, let's drop him
there's no
down.
unique ability.
Let's drop him down. Okay, all right. Next up, we have Drat.
Who's this one again?
Drot's is one of the demon ones. Is one of the demons. He was trying to kill Fearon in a prison, but Fearon bodied him. For him, he's a big fit with the strings and shit. So I'll probably give him like a C tier. He's like not much of anything.
Exactly. F tier. Get him out of here.
I don't
That's
remember
exactly
this
who it
character.
is. Huh? No, he was the one that tried to test Freerun in the
Oh,
prison.
that was one of the minions of that was one of
Oh,
the orange
yeah.
minions. Oh yeah, nah.
He had
Yes.
the string
Yeah,
around
yeah,
her
his
neck.
movement.
He had the string magic, yeah.
Yeah. Like what? Yo, it's Freerun. What are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying?
He was just like the baseline fodder to be like, okay, I have this power, I can kill humans easily, but when I have actual competition, like for it was like a one shot.
Right,
He was a cocky.
right.
He was pretty cocky.
Yeah, he was F tier. F tier.
Yeah. Even Lugner was like, "Oh, this man what's wrong with him?" Like, like he's gone. They sensed
And then he
immediately.
got
Oh, his mana
framed
disappeared.
on top of like
Oh,
Yoshikyo.
yeah.
I believe this is our first Golem Buster. Adel bringing out the Golem in the dungeon.
Adel's not really much of anything either. I'll give like a D or an E. She's an E tier. She's not really much of anything.
He got injured.
You obviously know that she's very obviously obviously she's smart and she knows when to quit, but like again, she's not really much of anything besides that. She's an E.
Because she was trying to see if she could mind control the clones in the first class
Well,
mage test.
So she doesn't have physical prowess, but
Yeah.
someone who can mind control.
Yes, it's just her hacks. That's it. Yeah. She says she's all hacks, no physical ability.
It's pretty strong.
That's pretty OP. Like if she could have actually mind controlled the clones, she would have been the whole pivotal point of their attack.
But I don't recall her doing anything in the first trial.
If I were to guess,
Cause she didn't even do much of anything.
their group secured a bird, I feel like she would have just mind controlled another group and been like handed over.
All right, so that's D tier, right, Barry?
I go.
And then Eri.
Yeah. Yep. Next we have Eddie.
Oh, she tried to box with Fern.
Ed is actually, she's actually a good mage to me. I think that it highlighted more how powerful Fern was, because Fern is a
Yeah, Eddie's pretty strong as well. But again,
prodigy. Yeah, the way Freeman
Not much
talks
of
about
anything.
Fern, we'll get to that later. I don't think Ed really expected that.
So I think her and Fern, I think they are the same in terms of ability. I think the difference is the teachers that they had. And having Freeman teach her, like, you have to be a master at the basics. Isn't that true in like fights?
yeah, but you know, Fiona also told her that she also taught her that magic is not just combat; it can also be fun as well. But yeah, you're true. Fiona did teach the basic fundamentals, like Tim Duncan over here. So yeah.
What's that phrase like? Don't be afraid of the person that knows 1,000 kicks but has practiced one.
Yes, that one kick 1,000 times. Yes, Fern only knows the basics, but she's mastered the basics so well. It's like it's basically mastery level.
Kick 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
She's powerful for sure. And with Fern, she was even like, you fight like my grandma.
But see, Fern kept that pressure on her, because Fern was just throwing the attacks nonstop. And
Yes,
she was
because it's a basic magic thing, so it doesn't cost that much mana. But it's she's mastered so well. It's basically basically dead. It's deadly.
like, wait a minute, like my defense is, I can't block for this long. It was like, yep, you know what it is. I mean, I'll give her a C. C is comfortable. Next up, we have Aizen. And
Aizen was pretty. I didn't mind Aizen. He's a pretty cool guy. You know, helped out backstory of Stark and stuff. I'll give Aizen like a B or an A.
the first from the OG group.
But it was an incident. So basically, he was training with Stark, and Stark was gonna go make a move, and he felt like if I get hit with this, he was gonna go out like Berg did, and so he actually had to fight back and ended up actually injuring Stark. in
Yeah,
the
he gave him the scar on his forehead. Yeah.
process. And Stark was probably taken aback, like, why would my teacher
Oh,
try
that's
to
right.
hurt
Why
me?
did he
But
hurt
it's
me?
because he like it was probably just instinct, like, oh my god, if I don't fight back now,
I'm dying. Because you know he trained Stark too well. He's like, oh, Nikki's gonna kill me.
This kid's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I'll
Here's
give,
what I'll say about Aizen, man. I think out of the original group, the original four, Himel's party, I think Aizen was probably like on like the lower side, but I still really did love his
him
character.
too, because besides that spiel I just gave, he was always scared to fight, and yet he landed the heaviest blows.
Yeah.
yeah, because fear, because he taught that fear is natural. You can't completely get rid of fear. Yeah, again, I don't know why you're playing over there. Move the cars now. Oh my freaking gosh.
like their frontline like warrior in terms of
He
like,
was their
fighting.
tank, I'm
Yeah, he was their
guessing.
tank. Yeah, for sure.
You nailed it
Hey,
right.
what I was talking about? Yeah, philosophy on fear. It's basically I like how you said it. You can never really get rid of fear. The most you can just do is just use it as like don't not just like you can't get rid of fear. Just use it as like a suppressant or some shit like that. I forgot. I lost my train of thought now.
Scene
Thanks a
where
lot.
Stark was shaking and he was showing that he had a lot of fear, and then they called back to the scene where Aizen was like, "It's good to have fear as a warrior."
Yes, it's smart to have fear because those who don't have fear are just was it like arrogance or something like that? So yeah, he taught him that it's good to have fear. It's okay to be scared.
Oh, and then he also gave the great advice too. You only lose when you don't stand up. And so Stark was like, I have to keep standing up because my master told. And then when he was fighting that one demon, the demon's like, why do you keep getting up? He's like, my master told me
Yeah.
if I don't, like, that's the end.
I would give
Good idea.
Aizen A.
A?
I would give him A too.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
All right. Next we have Falsh.
He's one of series like employees.
Falsh wasn't really anything either. He's an E. He was not like any. He was barely anything.
Right?
Don't know too much.
Like helping
don't
the
even
test.
remember.
We don't know anything. We really don't know anything about him. He's just very loyal to Siri. Besides that, we don't know anything about Falsh. Falsh is an E. He's basically nothing.
He was
in the
just like,
manga.
see,
Oh, he was the one that read the rules, right?
Yeah, obviously, if I go to the manga, I might learn more about him. But from right now, and from season one, because they're only going off of season one. From season one, yeah, he is basically nothing.
yeah,
Like,
basically.
oh,
he
this
was
is how the
He's
test is
basically
gonna work
nothing.
out. Here's how you're grouped.
just a point
We don't know
Dexter.
anything about him. I just know F. Okay. That's true. F deserves to be an F.
I'll give him E.
Now we got Fern.
Fern's an S. Fern's amazing. Fern is so funny. Her face is so funny. So when she acts way older than Fiona, and Fiona's like 1,000 years old. It's nah. Fern's amazing though. Not only her as like a jokester, but also her as a character. Her backstory and her with the priest. I forgot his name, but her backstory and stuff like that. Nah, Fern is an S. Fern's an amazing character.
We got Fern.
Fern's an S.
Fern is.
She's an S.
Oh my gosh. Fern
She's
is such a roller coaster of a character because 1 minute Fern's happy, the next minute she wakes up mad. Stark is like, yo, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and her dynamic with Stark is amazing. I love her. I love them. I love them two together. It's so fun. Nah, Fern's an S. I just love her as a character. She's an amazing character. Fern's an S.
We do love Fern though. Like
Fern's
her
an
potential
S.
as a mage, as I said earlier, is through the roof. Even the way Freeman talks about Fern, it really makes Fern look like she's a second coming of Flamme. Like she's going to be on that tier. Her mana's out of this world. She's been trained the fundamentals since she was literally almost a baby, damn near. So I think Fern is somebody we got to put in S tier.
She even goes just
Why are we describing her? Why are we talking about her strength? What about her moment as a character? What about basically like she's so funny because like it's like Farron and Fern have this babysitter role. It's like sometimes because obviously Farron has she has like no sense of time, so she can sleep for like days and stuff. So like she wakes her up as a baby and then Fern wants the head pass. It's like they trade like they back and forth like the baby like the immature mature role. It's so fun. I love her dynamic and her and Stark and stuff and like the dancing scene of them. Yo, Fern is amazing. I'll give her an S, but I'm not talking about her strength. I'm just talking about how like her dynamics and stuff like that, and her backstory with the priest and stuff like that. It's amazing. Fern's an
Stark's like,
S.
did you train today? And he's like,
Speaking of Flamme is up next.
she's S.
Flamme. We know a decent amount about her with because of Fierin. I'll give her like a B or an A. She's not an S. Again, I'm not factoring strength into this at all. So I don't care about how strong a character is. You can be a very strong character, but I have no rating behind it at all. So yeah, I'll give Heiter. That's his name. The priest's name's Heiter. But yeah, I would say yeah, Flamme's like a B or an A. She's not really an S. I'm not factoring strength into this, but we know a bit about her with her backstory with Fierin. And how she taught Fierin and stuff like that.
She's S tier.
How?
All right, y'all said it for me.
Passed down so long in their history that some people think of her as a myth.
Yeah.
And her whole technique for fighting demons, something that anybody
Again, you only talk about her strength. What about her as a character? Please, let's talk about her as a character. Yes, she's basically legend. She's a legend basically. Yeah. But what about her as a character? You only talk about her strength.
who's very powerful and cocky would never think to subvert their ability in front of others. But she knew that was the way to defeat demons, and the ability to be that humble to come up with that kind of strategy.
And even though she hates her favorite spell,
Yeah.
we see the effect it had on Freerun, right? So clearly,
Yeah, her favorite, one of the most useless spells is summon flowers. That's one of the most useless spells became Fioren's favorite. It's fun. Yeah, we can tell that we can already tell that Flammy had a big impact on Fioren as a character. That I can give like a B or an A because of her impact. But besides that, I'm not factoring her strength into it. I'll give her probably like a B, or probably like an A. But besides that, I'm not giving her anything higher than that. But yeah, we can tell that for a fact that her favorite spell is one of the most useless spells. Shows you how much Flammy had impacted Fioren. I'll give like
she was doing something right as a legendary maid. Next up, we got the GOAT Freerun.
S. She is so funny. She's 1,000 years old, but she acts like such a child. Sometimes it's hilarious. Her faces, the way that she falls for like the mimics and stuff like that. Fioren is a funny character, but like Fioren is a very good character, and obviously, not only like obviously her backstory with Himmel and stuff like that, and how Himmel impacted her. Yo. Fioren is an S. If Fioren is not an S, I'm going into the screen and slapping all three of them right now.
I love her
S.
fights. I love her
S.
personality.
You love everything. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like Freeman does get me tight at some points in the story, but
Like what?
all right, so if they're going to a new town, right? Something happens where they're saying, well, you know what, Freeman? I mean, you might have to stay here for like 14 years or something. She's like, oh, okay, bet. I'm like,
Yeah, it's so funny. Don't worry. We'll train you. Don't worry. I'm banned from this. I'm banned from this thing for a couple 100 years. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah. Again, Fionn has no sense of time, so it's like for her 15 years is like nothing. She was like when she met Himmel, she's like, damn Himmel, when's get so short? It's like she has no sense of time, which is funny.
some type of like awareness that you're traveling with humans. Like Fern can't wait till she's 85 to leave the village. You know what I mean? And I feel like Freeman just has no concept of like time. So
Yes, because she's 1,000 years old. She has like no, she legit has no concept of time because she's an elf. She lives for hundreds of thousands of years, so she has no concept of time. And looking at her look and looking how she looks, she doesn't look old. So we know for a fact that she has like has a couple dozen more 100 years in her. So, yeah, so we know that Fiona has no. It's not like I think she had no. She legit has no concept of time.
sometimes, you know what I mean?
Well,
But
I mean, that's
I
kind
feel
of the
like
beauty of her character, though.
well, yeah, but
reminded
she's
of-
still S Parry. I didn't say she's not.
Yeah, like for example, when Fiona sleeps for a long time. So like basically, if you left Fiona to sleep, she'd be sleeping for like days because she had no concept of time.
S.
No,
I'm
no,
just
but
saying,
that's-
like,
that's
there's
the-
times where I'm like,
the same reason that
Yeah.
she gets people like, come on, we got to pace the story. We gotta
Yes,
keep
yeah,
it-
because the impact that she had with the party of Himmel and stuff like that. Yeah, that's also good. Not only she's a funny character, but she has a lot of depth with her.
moving. But that's
Like even though like yeah, in her like obviously she hanged out with Himmel for like what I think it was like 10 years. That's how long the adventure was. Sure, it was only 10 years, but like those 10 years were impactful a lot. And it kind of shows you that it's not really much of the length of time that really matters, but like the moments, like the quality of time, not the quantity.
also like it's the symptom of her ability to live that long, and the only time she's reminded about the time difference is when she encounters like power difference. But she also had to get taught a lot by Himmel because she was also at some point not sympathetic, because
That's true.
when she was fighting some of those soldiers before, she was not being too kind to their bodies, and then here she was just kind of disabling their spells.
Yeah.
No, so we could talk all about Freeman all day. but-
Yeah, and obviously she remembers all the quotes. Like in the last episode, she's like, I'm not good at making emotional goodbyes. It's always good to say a quick goodbye because you never know when you're gonna meet that person again. So it's not good to always say the long drawn out goodbyes because if you meet the person again, it's gonna be awkward. So yeah, that's what Fiona says. It's good to make quick goodbyes because we might meet them again. And knowing Fiona's age, knowing how Fiona ages, she probably could meet them again. So
She's amazing.
next we have Ganat.
He was the leader.
Ganat, I'll give Ganat an A. It makes he's a good character. Obviously, he he had his son and stuff like that, and then like he's broken, but you understand why he acts like that. Obviously, with his son and shit like that. So yeah, I'll give Ganat an A. I love Ganat.
Pretty much the head of the village that was getting terrorized by auras. I thought he was a little too strict. Like
Uptight.
He
He was
was
kinda
very
aggressive.
uptight.
Yeah, but you understand why. His son died to demons. So it makes sense why he would be so uptight. He doesn't want another incident similar like that again. It makes sense why, and he has that's the son's sword. Right? I think that's his son's sword right there in his hand. It makes sense why he's so uptight. Because he is grieving over his son's death. It makes sense why he's so uptight. And then he's putting that pressure onto his second son. And, he doesn't want any demons getting near his family again because his first son died to demons. And obviously, he doesn't want his second son dying to demons as well. So it makes sense why he's uptight.
fight in the beginning, but once he came to see what Freering could do, obviously he had to be like, yo, can you take care of these demons for me?
That's the beauty of the story, is like the fact that demons pull the same shit over and over and over, but humans have such short timelines that they don't believe the stories that the demons are trying to trick you. And so he was one of the people that were like, no, I'm trying to make peace with them.
I will say though, once he found out that demons will never change, he stood on business. He's like, he grabbed that sword quick and was like, nah, F that. Like,
yes, because he's the ruler of the village, and he doesn't want his village being killed by demons. Because if that village takes over by demons, his son will die. And again, he lost his older son. He doesn't want to lose his second one. You know?
So these demons are always gonna like fool the humans.
But we have to remember, Flamme was the one that she taught Freerin about the dangers of demons, and we got to see the whole flashback. You know, like demons are literally just learning human language just so they can finesse them. Like they don't have any type of feelings whatsoever. I think Ganat's our first B tier, personally.
What's the difference between putting him into?
I'll give him A. I like Ganat. And obviously he kind of treated Slug as his own son, right? Because he basically made Sun take up, because no one else at the kingdom know about his older son, and he's dead and shit like that. So they said I think did they know about his son, or did they just know that he left? I think he never said that his son is actually dead. He never told him that his son's actually dead. So he made Stark take up the role, so. And like he was kind of projecting his stuff onto his son, onto his Stark, and obviously his second son as well. So.
Indeed.
He locked up our girl.
Do you agree with that, Rob? Do you
And
think
when Stark tried to save him, he's like, "You shouldn't talk to me like that." But it's like, dude, is this guy saving you right now? Like,
That's not for C,
I
though?
get that could be played off as like that's his way of joking, but I don't know.
You mean his paranoia?
You know what? Let's run with the C.
I'll give him an A. I don't know how you give him a C.
Next we have Genau, who was...
Oh my gosh, I'll be back. Alright, we're back, baby.
One of the proctors.
It was like Freeman who?
He won the prompt. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know who's in there? Are you
Sorry, hold on.
crazy? Yeah, F tier.
If anything, if you're around Sense all the time and you can't notice that Sense does that, and you see another elf and you just don't think that maybe they're doing that too, that's on you. Like
That was a pretty big hater though.
He
The
was such
first,
a-
Again, he's relatively nothing as a character.
the first
hater.
trial.
I mean, we don't know how
Yeah, we
powerful
don't
he
know
is though.
Well, the fact that he's judging people based on their magical ability that they're portraying, and the fact that he thinks that there's things that people can't beat, like the barrier, I think he overestimates his ability and other people's ability. But the barrier was created by Siri.
Siri, yeah.
So that's my. I think if anything, like maybe.
So where would you put him?
Maybe C tier too. C D.
Put him
I'll
in
say
high.
D. I was gonna put him in E, respectfully. Gorilla.
So we've only
Gorilla. He's one of
seen this character in flashback.
Hold on.
E, respectfully.
Gorilla is whose friend? What's his name? He's
Maybe C.
fuck. Cause he's friends with that guy who likes older women, and then and I remember that scene. He's like he likes older women. He's like, oh, do you like Farron? He's like, huh? Who's Farron? He looks at her. It's like, yeah, no. He's and Farron trying to do that kissy thing, and he's like, yeah, no. It's like, yo, Farron is funny, bro. Watch it.
Gorilla.
So we've only seen this character in flashbacks, and we still don't know if he's even alive at this point in the show.
But he has a standout name.
Oh my gosh, can you go? Go.
Yeah.
And wants to be a
Yes.
hero.
Yes.
Because Stain is looking for
Yep.
him, and
What's his name? Stein. Yeah, he was Stein's friend. Yeah.
that's the reason we even know of this character.
Honestly, but the way it's looking right now, it's like he's aiming to be like Himmel 2.0. Like that's really
Yes,
what
he's trying to be like Himmel 2.0. Cause he was inspired by him. Yeah, makes sense.
it's looking like.
Because it's been some time since he set off on that journey, and Sign doesn't know where
And
he
the thing
is.
too
and,
is
like,
like,
you know,
he doesn't have like Stark is gonna be Himmel 2.0 because he has the genetic background.
I think that'd be crazy.
What do you mean genetic background? You mean he was trained by one of Himmel's friends? That doesn't mean he has genetic background. He just means he just has the experience. He has the training. Genetically? He's basically he's an ordinary dude. He was just trained by one of Himmel's companions. So he has the background, but he doesn't, not genetic background. He just has the background. He has the experience background, the training background. He has the training, not the genetic background. What the fuck? You just pull out your ass.
because he's separated from the group to find out that his friend's dead after all these. I don't know. I hope not.
If they're gonna, I actually,
We'll find out. I mean, I'm starting to. I'm gonna read the manga like soon. Right now, I'm trying to. I want to watch some monsters and stuff like that. So we'll find out. I'm gonna read the manga later on, and we'll find out whether gorilla is dead or not.
I don't recall much more in the manga, but I feel like Gorilla probably got far, and Sane will follow that trail, and then eventually.
Or maybe he got to a point where he just like, damn, I gotta give up my dream of warrior because I don't.
Because it's
measure
like
up.
to beat the upcoming villains that we have already started to see, like the amount of power some of the northern area has in the demons. Like Gorilla's got to be pretty strong solo.
What are we saying for Gorilla?
I'll give gorilla like a C. He has a very big impact on Sign, but besides that, we don't really know much about gorilla besides from the flashbacks that Sign talked about. So I'll give him like a D or a C. He's not much of anything besides those.
See, that's so high.
No, I'll give him like a D. I'll give him a D.
Oh dang, that's high, Kumar.
That's high. We know
Where
nothing
are you
about
gonna put
this
him?
guy.
Where are you gonna put him?
I was gonna put him like D or E.
Yo, y'all.
I'll give him D. I'm not
That's
giving him
it.
E.
That's
I'll give him
literally
a
his
D.
goal. His goal is E tier is crazy. All right, but let's.
I don't
do
care
that.
about his goal.
Let's do D. Let's do D. Let's do D. That's crazy though. All right, next we have Hayato.
Hayato's A.
I love his character though.
Hey, I told A. He is fucking funny as shit. He's a priest who's willing to drink it, yo. I like Hayato.
Just seeing his
And
character.
plus his impact on phone and stuff. I'll give, or he might be an S too. I'll give him an A though. I'll give him an A.
development.
He was laying down some like ways to live type advice.
There's also scenes where he's drunk while they're all fighting and they're carrying
is
him,
true.
which is funny.
I think he had the greatest character development in the series.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
kinda.
so
From
far.
going from
Yeah, because we all know Haito is so irresponsible. We never thought of him adopting and taking care of a child. That'd be so out of nowhere, huh? Haito taking care of kids? What? But no. But yeah. Haito got some development and definitely his impact on Fern's life. Definitely. You know, we definitely have to factor that into account. For Haito, I'll give him like an A or maybe an S really. But yeah, Haito is very. It's so unexpected for him to take care of a kid because how fucking irresponsible and immature he is. It's hilarious.
a guy that was, because he also thought like I have more mana than Freeman when they first found her.
It's an S tier play, man. S tier play.
I'll give him A.
Female is definitely like.
Himmel is S. Himmel is definitely an S. His impact on Fear and his impact on the whole party, Haito and Aizen. Yeah, Aizen. The impact he had on the whole world in general. Him being a Demon King, stuff like that. It's him being up a Demon King, shit like that. Himmel is definitely an S tier character. We know he know why he wanted to become a hero. He had a fake sword, but it's not the sword that makes the hero. It's the person. Yeah, I would say
Like,
Himmel is
the
definitely
character.
S.
Like Freeran does not become Freeran.
He was the protagonist before our protagonist.
And he was so good that it makes you wish you could relive his story. And in doing this journey,
Yeah, like honestly, I kind of wish if this is a prequel, I want to see like the journey that they had. That would be amazing.
do. But
And I think he is the
It smells like it's gonna. It smell. It's like rain. Okay.
biggest motivator
definitely
for
smell it.
even having the journey she's having.
well, the fact that she likes weird spells, the fact that she does a lot of the habits she does,
It's because of him.
is because of him.
It's literally everything.
10
Yeah,
years. She only had 10 years with him.
But not just on her, Parry, the world. There's statues of this man all over. And the thing about it is, he was just helping people off the strength, like just to help people. Like, even Freeman was like, why are we staying here? Aizen.
I'm like freaking.
And then Haiter would question, what are we doing here? Like, we got a Demon King to go fight. Why are we? Himmel's
Yes,
like,
because Himmel's like, yo, slow down. Let's enjoy the smaller things in life and stuff like that. Let's enjoy the journey. Bro. It kind of reminds me a bit of like One Piece, because One Piece, like, sure, the main goal is to be a pirate king, but what about nothing about the smaller stuff? So, yeah.
like, don't worry about it.
On top of that,
Yeah, because, yeah, don't worry about it. We're going to get to the Demon King, but for now, let's just help out. Let's do the small things. You know?
they also like cleared
Like,
them
we're
up.
here, we have the opportunity of being here, right? They spent 2 weeks helping out just a random stranger. Like, yeah, that's Himmel's philosophy. He's like, yo, yes, we're gonna do the big part, but don't forget, let's help if we have the chance to help people, throughout our journey, let's do it. Obviously, yeah, our main goal is the Demon King. We're gonna get to the Demon King, but if we have the opportunity and a chance to help out this other people, let's do that. Let's do that in the meanwhile. You know?
Those dungeons or whatever, just because he wanted to go to dungeons, be like, yo, let's
Well,
let's
the
put it work.
craziest thing about him is the whole lore behind his sword.
And he was still him.
I write my own story.
Yeah, because his sword. Oh my
And the
god. I'll be right back. Like, freaking goodness, man. Oh, I still have the freaking. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's even cheese to begin with. How about that? Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I just gotta do something. Put that there. Be right back. I'm just gonna do something. Jesus Christ. Sure. Good way to end it off, guys. I'm back. So I just had to make food. I'm back. So let's do this.
Village protected his secret because they didn't want to undermine the story of the legend that he built.
Next up, we have Kane.
She was the water
She's
mage, right?
water.
Yeah, she was water.
Yeah, she's the goofy one. The goofy water.
She was
water
like
one.
the scrappy kind of like tomboy-esque kind of character.
Taloween's more
yeah.
like stoic demeanor.
Yeah. I mean, I will say
I'll give Kame like a B. I like her dynamic. I like how, you know, a bit of a backstory. Well, we do know that her and Lawin have been Lawin have known each other for a long time and stuff like that, and that's just the dynamic. But besides that, I find Kane more like comic relief than anything, really.
I love the tag team like dynamics
Yeah, wherever we
between.
put one, we have to put the other. Because
Yeah.
they're
Kane
a
and
package
Laween.
deal.
I think
Laween.
she's our first B tier.
I agree.
Honestly.
And I think you
Yeah,
might
I
as well
agree.
move Laween into that as well, because like they're
Yeah, Laween's they're a package deal. Yeah, absolutely.
Kraft to me is like Shanks. Like you know about him, but you don't really know what he can do. But he's
That's a good
strong
way to
as
put
hell.
it.
Because clearly, since he is an elf too, Freeman knows that this guy has been around. I think even longer than Freeman, right?
Yeah.
he's
He's been around longer than Furin, and he has a statue himself too, so you know he's up there in terms of recognition and shit like that. So yeah, he's strong as fuck.
they kind of stumble upon this statue and they're like, oh, we've always had this statue in the village.
And now he's just traveling, just doing his thing, just seeing the world like Freeman is.
I'll give him
A because we know he's strong, but we haven't seen his feats.
Well, he also
Okay, what about him as a character? I hate when it's like I hate when they have to factor power into this too, cause literally, oh, he's strong, so this guy, no, come on, bruh. It's already implied that he's strong since this guy has a statue of himself, and plus he's the motivator for Gorilla and Sign. Simple as that. Like, come on.
encounter.
I hate the strong shit, bro. It's so annoying.
Oh, Uba, yeah. And he threw off rip like, yo, you're a problem.
Yeah,
like,
he's like, yeah, these bodies don't get hurt this way without some intention.
Yeah.
I feel like he's an S, and I
think
think
so?
it's because
S? Oh, but
No, he's an A.
But they built up enough
He's an
to
A.
be like, okay, like I feel any elf is like an S to me, just because of all the experience they must have stocked up.
It's just strong, big strong. Oh my gosh, man! Is that makes a good character? Just how strong they are? Like, oh my goodness, man! I'm really hating this shit. Like Theron, besides her, like Lily, I do not like Theron because of her strength. I love her just because of her character, like her personality and everything. I don't care about her strength. Her dynamics is amazing. Her backstory, is good. Her freaking characterization is good. Her depth is good. Like, I don't care. I don't care about how strong he is.
To get to the levels that they do.
I know, but even when we did get the episodes
He helps
where he
train our boy.
Yeah, he helped train Stark. That is true, but we still don't really get a lot from his character because he's very stoic and he's very like kind of like he's a man of few words. Like he'll say what he needs to say and then like be on his way.
Yes, he's a quiet, nice guy. That's what he is. And I won't say he's a man of few. No, I wouldn't say he's a man of few words. He just knows what he's just a nice guy. I'll give him an A. That's just I put him in S because he's strong. He is. Come on, man.
Land.
This guy surprised the hell out of me,
Especially after what.
especially in the third.
Oh yeah, I love the fucking plot twist to when Siri's in the final episode. Siri's like, yo, you're not even here. It's your clone. You're always back at home drinking tea. He's like, oh shit, that bitch is impressive. You see him miles away, just sitting down and drinking tea. I like Land. Land with his dynamic with Yubel is pretty fun. I like Land. We don't know much about him. We don't know much about him yet, like his backstory and stuff like that. But I like his dynamic with Yubel. It's pretty good. I'll give Land like a B or an A. More leans towards B. But Lan is
Third
pretty
test
good.
when Siri was like, "You're not even here." Like, what? Like,
That was the part. But see, because Uba was like following him around every 5 seconds, but then I don't even know. Maybe
Yeah, it's so funny. We don't even know if Ubal even noticed it. That's also another question. Did Ubal notice that this man's a clone? That or they just didn't care.
she knows.
well, I don't know.
Maybe Uma knows too, but we don't know.
I don't think
I mean, again, we don't know if she did or not. It's just season 1. We have to read to the manga. But
he
yeah.
knows because the fact that he like the clone was there and then she's like, "You're not even here," and he like pulled up with the second clone. He's like, "What do you mean I'm here?" And she's like, "Nah."
you're chill. You're sitting throughout the whole exam. You are home. Right now, you are sitting down drinking tea. Boom! He's like, "Oh shit, this bitch is impressive."
You've never even stepped foot into the test.
And he's just
ring.
sitting drinking his tea like however far away he is.
So I don't think, or yeah.
I think Lan's B.
Well, yeah. But I will say, because of his power, and he was able to survive as long as he did, and that he's clearly a very strategic, smart mage.
I would give him
B.
I'd give him B.
Yeah, he's
I'm
B.
okay. I'm cool with that. Did he pass, right?
He
He
passed.
passed.
Yeah, he passed.
He became the first person to pass. Yeah. I don't know, man. I kind of want to put him in A.
Just because of the
Like the Siri being like, "Wow, you're not even here," and like you're that was
Again, big, strong. Okay, what about him as a character? I don't care about his strength, his personality, characterization, dynamics. Like I don't care about I don't care about this fucking power. It's so I hate when people do that shit. Conflate. Oh, you're strong, so you're a good character. I don't care.
pretty. That would be like that's a pretty bold thing to do to like the.
like a test that's
That is okay. Now we have Laufin. Yeah, she's super
she's
quick.
basically a Naruto ninja. Like
Yeah, she was.
You got
moving.
the chakra, which is magic, and then just ninja moves. So
She was cool.
She was cool, but we don't really know much about her. Her dynamic with Denkin's pretty okay. It's just that we don't know much about Laufin. I'll give like a C. We don't really know much about her.
She pretty much acts like Denkin's granddaughter. That's what.
Yeah, at first I actually thought Laufin was actually Denkin's like granddaughter, but no, they're not related. Denkin never had any children.
That's what they said. But nah, she's cool. I don't remember the exact weapon. I knew she was just very, very quick. Basically teleporting. Now we have learning.
Learning. Learning. He's okay. He's one of the students of Siri. He's a timid guy. So even when he grew in as he grew in age, he never really changed. He was still this timid kid. I'll give him like a D. We don't really know much about him. We know that he was a student of Siri, and that's pretty much it. And that he wanted to be placed in history because he didn't want to be forgotten by Siri. So he wanted to make a mark in history. But besides that, we don't really know much. I'll give him like a C. For that, I'll give him a C. 'Cause we do know a bit about him, but I'll give him a C. A C or a D. A C. Yeah, I'll give him a C. His C is fine.
Wait, he wanted to smoke with Farron.
wait, I
He
forget.
wanted to smoke with Farron.
Yes, because he want. Okay, what about the motivation? Why the reason behind it? He didn't want smoke interference with the smoke for the first in it. He just wanted to make a mark on history, so he'll be remembered by his master.
Did he tell that Siri had a barrier, or that she shrunk her mom?
No. He was able to detect that Freeren's mana was fluctuating.
Siri was disappointed in the fact that he's old.
He's old.
And he'll never reach.
Yeah,
his
but he also
potential.
never noticed that she was.
No,
holding back her
I
mana.
think he did.
She said in her monologue that she's like, he never noticed that, and that's one other disappointing thing, because nobody really notices that. It seems like that's difficult to detect for anybody to detect that she's actually been also holding it back, because she has such an immense amount that no one would think that immense amount is something.
Wait, yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he could.
He
tell.
couldn't tell,
Yeah,
but he could tell with Freerin and Fern. But the fact that Fern can tell, because they built it up that he couldn't tell, but he still wanted to fight Freerin.
Oh my gosh! It is talking about his strength. What about him as a character? What about his motivation? What about him wanting to be remembered in his master's head? Come on, bro. Like they're just talking about fucking strength. I don't care about strength. I was like a fucking broken record. I don't care about how strong a character is. Usopp's one of the weakest characters in One Piece, and he's such a good character. It's not because he's freaking. It's not because it's not because of his strength. Like, come on, man. By that logic, you're gonna say Usopp's a bad character because he's weak. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. It's so fucking annoying.
was impressed by where he's gone. It's just the fact that he's old now, so it's not as.
Yes, and he made no notable feats online. He never made a mark in history. So he wanted to shoot a fucking buzzer beater by killing Fiorin.
Impressive because he's old, but he's still super strong. Like,
Oh my
Siri was still
gosh.
giving him props.
But I agree with Paradox.
Oh my god, why don't you go check? Open his guy and check.
I can't give him Esquimor. He's tripping. He's
No, he's a C. He's like a C or a B.
tripping. Like he really, like his reasoning wasn't
There's
even
bold
valid.
and there's delusional.
Yeah,
like,
that was a little bit of delusional. Yeah.
Oh my, wait, what was wrong about his reasoning? He wanted to make a mark on history because most of the series students have made a mark on history. Fiorin made a mark on history. I think Flam is also one of her students as well. She made a mark on history. Typically, her students made some sort of mark on history. He never did. So he wanted to shoot a buzzer beat and say, "No, what? I want to make a mark. I want to make a mark on history so that Siri remembers me. So I'm going to kill Fiorin. I'm going to beat her." That was his reasoning. Come on, bro.
Lagne? I don't know if I botched her name.
Is she one of the little girls that like Stark are like kind of hanging out with Stark when they?
Oh, she's a D. We don't know. I completely forgot about her. I don't know. There's nothing of. She's nothing as a character. D.
We gotta.
Oh, was she the first one to use the golem? She was the first one to use the golem because you remember she got slammed into the room.
Oh yeah.
D.
And then Den came.
Actually,
she was
E.
gonna get-
E. She's an E. She's an E. We don't know much about her. She's not bad as job, but E.
Crushed or something, right? Yeah.
She's gonna get crushed by the wall, the spike wall. Yes, I remember her now. Yeah.
That doesn't really give a strong.
Excuse me, what? Oh my gosh, get out. If you're not gonna tell me to go. Go get ready.
statement about it.
Oh yeah. No, that's D tier energy. They basically used her to show off the golems. Like that's tough.
But did she do anything in the first test?
E.
I almost want to swap her and Genau, because I like now that she's there, I'm like I don't think he should be an E.
Okay. Yes, we have Lugner here.
That's the one that went off on Fern, right? Like,
Oh yeah, Lugner. I like Lugner. You know, he's a demon. I still kind of like Lugner. I'll give Lugner like a B.
like those two.
He was pretty much the right
He's the
hand
head.
man to Aura. He was a typical demon thinking that they're better than humans, like just there to just kill humans.
Yeah.
Like he was playing the
Right.
coin game.
He didn't make Fern sweat though. Fern was way above him.
He's there to
He
show
just-
that Fern is a problem.
Right. I think the way
What? So, go and get ready. If your jersey's dry, go get ready. If it's not, put it back in the dry and turn it back on.
he was written and the way he handled, as we spoke about earlier, where it was, hey, I had something happen with my family too. Even though he's lying, he's like, I'm a demon. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
But
he was a manipulator. Simple as that.
just trying to find some way to trick him with his words.
It's like
That
cool
was-
it on your behavior.
Yeah.
So like
Man, yeah, it's called destroying from the inside out. So she's gonna be manipulated. You're gonna manipulate him. Exactly. That's what it is.
he was very good.
And not only that, he knows that Gannat has his first son's dead. So he's gonna use that to manipulate Gannat. But simple like that.
strategy clearly. So I
Yep.
would put him.
I even B. C or B?
C.
I'm stuck with you.
I'm B.
I also can see.
You say C? You
I say C.
just because he lost to Fern.
I just for the fight scene, I want to give him B, but as an actual like character, I think C.
Well, you guys are the split decision. I'm on C.
I think I want him in B because I think other characters are gonna go into A.
Lunar is in B.
Vinny, she's C. She's C for sure.
Dang, you didn't even give her life.
I will say the axe mirror match fight was probably one of the best things I've seen in the fight scene.
And because she also saw Himmel, and so she like saw like that's the strongest fighting ability. I'm gonna learn that one.
No, Aizen. Because she.
Oh yeah,
Aizen.
Aizen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
was
saw
fucking
Aizen as a
axe,
kid. It was really cool to see Stark go up against his like teacher essentially.
Right.
All right.
What was her ability?
She's a healer. No, she has healing magic, but she has something
He
else.
was a healer, but he was able to detect mana from like great
Oh
distances.
yeah.
Or just
I love that moment. I love that moment so well when she hugged Fionn, and then Fionn hugged her back, and then Fionn got jealous, so she took Fionn away from Method, and then Fionn hugged Fionn. Fionn is such a good anime. Like, I don't care. I like Fionn not because of the fight scenes, because just the simple funny moments, bro. It's so good.
like
For me, action is just action is the icing on top, bro. Like I just love the fucking dynamics and interactions. It's so good, man.
sense where
Such a good
people
anime.
were in correlation to where they're at. Like she was like a radar almost.
She's like, is something wrong with you guys?
At first, when she was first like shown in like in the second trial, she was kind of quiet. But as
Yeah,
they-
but again, we don't really know much about Method. But yeah, from what we gone, she's an okay character. I love her interactions with Fiona is so funny. That hugging moment is so funny.
got to like the fighting the Fearon's clone, she kind of opened up more with like her abilities and like she started talking more. I don't think she's higher than a C though. I think she's a C or below.
Nah, I'll say she's like a D or a C. Not anything higher than that.
I mean, it's literally in her name.
Yeah.
So
But no, I'd say C.
Yeah.
next up we have Orden.
Is this
Or I have no. Oh, I forgot who he is. He's one of the heroes, right?
Stark's dad or brother? No.
Is it his brother?
Is it? No, he has an eye patch, so maybe it's his dad.
Oh, is this the guy that was like, I need
Oh no! This is the. No, that was Gnat, right? No, it was him. It was him. No, fuck. No, I think. Okay, so. Oh, I think it was. No, it was him. It was him who had he had two sons. His first son died, and he used Stark to replace his first son because nobody knows that his first son's dead. I'm sorry, I'm mixing him with Gnat. I'm mixing him with Gnat. Cause I don't think Gnat doesn't have a son. Gnat had a son, but he died. So but he doesn't have a second son. He had a second son. So his first son died, and then he first son died in the war, and then he used Stark to use him as a kind of because nobody knows that his son actually died, so he used Stark to be as like a replacement, and he grew to be fond of Stark a little, even though obviously he's a Stark guy, so he doesn't show it very often, but you can subtly tell that he was getting fond of Stark. And you kind of see him as a son that he as a son. Isn't
his
it, child?
son.
Oh wait, yeah, no, it's him. Yeah.
Nah, this dude's a wild guy. If your son dies in battle, you don't try to find a random dude off the street and yo, you look like him. I'll pay you to what? I don't know what he.
Again, because nobody else know. Nobody in the because they're doing a bachelor, not a bachelor thing, but doing a party, right? And nobody in that party else knew that his son died in the war, so he used Stark as a replacement. Simple as that. Like,
He was on. Yeah, that's F, honestly. I mean, I think it was cool that he was able to help them out financially because, you know, Freerin and Fern and everybody, they were struggling. They needed the money.
yes, and then he had another son, and he tried to treat him a little bit better. Exactly. He learned from being with Stark and shit like that. I don't know why he's an F. That makes like I don't
But
care.
that was cool. You know, the dance between Stark and Fern was
That's
nice.
amazing.
Yeah, I just thought it was wild. I mean, he just pulled up to them off the road, was like, yo, you look like my son.
I'll pay you to be my stand-in son.
Yeah, and then he grew fond of Stark. I'm like, I don't see why he's an F. At least we actually have some character within him. We don't know anything about Berg. You actually got put Orden in the same tier as Berg. You actually high as fuck. Go sit down in a sane asylum to actually think that, bro.
And like trained him to like act like his son. I'm like, what's happening
He
here?
have you not seen the story? Nobody else in the party knew that his son died, so he had to need a replacement. Cause nobody else knew that his son died. His older son. Like, oh my god, have you seen the story? Oh my
Are
goodness.
you gonna put him in F then, Rob?
Hell yeah, man. Orden's F, man. Alright, he might be E because F is like harsh. I don't think Orden was a bad character overall.
You
I
just don't like what he did. That's it. You just don't like that he air quotes replaced his son. Because you don't like what he did. That's it. He has a character. He has a back. He has a his understanding. He knows the motivation of why he did it. You know why? It's just that you just don't like you just don't like him. That's it. He has a
just think
character.
that
Bergs have no character. Drop this barely has any character. You're saying that Duns has more character than Odin? Odin? You're crazy, bro. You're crazy, bro. He's like a C or a B. Matter of fact, he's a B. Are you actually pretty much you're actually insane, bro.
like what he was trying to do, it doesn't make sense because Stark has to leave. So like, what are you gonna do anyway?
Oh my gosh. It was a party, right? It was a I don't know if I forgot what type of party it was. It was a party, right? Nobody else knew in that party. No, I think there were also like roles as well. Nobody else knew that his family, his son died. So to keep the lie up, he needed Stark. Do you not understand why?
Anyway, like eventually you're gonna have to tell the people that your son died. So it's like, what's the point in pretending? Next up, we have Qual. Yes,
He was a commander.
He's a B. He's B. You're telling me that you're telling me that he's the same level as Duns, who has really nothing to him. I'm sorry. You just don't like his actions. That's it. You don't like his actions. You don't know. You don't talk about the reasoning behind it. You don't like his actions. Simple
or
as that.
something in the Demon King's
The
army.
potential of this guy to not only just be a commander, but come up with the best death-killing spell that they had to spend hundreds of years to come up with a way to.
This is talking about how strong he is. It always come back to the fucking strength thing. Every motherfucking time. It always comes back to the strength. I don't give a shit.
block this guy's instant death ray.
Yeah.
Like, if they didn't freeze him, imagine how much more powerful he would have been.
And Freerin and the original.
I don't care about his strength. I don't fucking care. What about his character? He is basic. He just fought them in the past, and they couldn't beat him, so they froze him in time. That's it. That's why we don't know nothing about Qual. He's an E or a D or something. Give me a break, man. It's all his strength. Like, it's fucking annoying.
Himmel Company, or just Freerin, had to keep going to where he was sealed to reseal
Yeah.
him because he could get out of it if they didn't strengthen the seal.
Like, yes, he was cocky enough to get sealed, but like, he had apparently a huge number of bodies behind him at that point.
Yeah.
Like, he's killed so many people. He created something that had to change the course of history.
Zoltra.
Track attack.
I want to skip this so much because they're not talking about anything but strength for it. Fucking Qual. What about him as a character? What about his personality? Like, what about like little? I don't fucking care.
He's
Oh my gosh! Hold on a second. Anyways, yeah, I had to end the stream. Something came up, schedules changed, and now I have to end. I have to leave right now, so I have to end the stream. When I come back, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish up the last few videos. I'll be back. So just enjoy this.